Hello. Hope you're all doing well, chat. The Morrowind stream from last night got demonetized. I can't possibly think of why. It also got copyright claimed for the main theme of Morrowind because someone did a cover of it that sounds very similar to the base version. So that's lovely. I love those. That's my favorite. Where the short stock goblin... Bleh. Stock? Where the short stack goblins at? Not here. Never here.
No, they were reported in the area. That doesn't mean they're here.
For anyone who doesn't get the context, we will play the clip later on. It is glorious. It is magical. It is truly something else.
Yeah, it's another fucking chills-ism. Fucking right there on par with Level 3 Ghoul.
I don't know if I mentioned this on stream before, but I did go back and see that video again because I was looking for a clip. And just, it really does come out of nowhere. Because he's talking about this thing in this diner that's showing up on camera. And it's like, I don't know what this light could be. Maybe it's a level 3 ghoul. It's like, chills, what does that mean?
Yeah, he doesn't elaborate. He just says that like it makes total sense and moves on. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
like, no, we can't just skip over that. You gotta explain that.
He says it as if it's like something that's common knowledge that you don't need to explain. Like, oh, I got in my car and went to the store. But like in this situation, the car is goblins. It's like, wait, oh, sorry, a ghoul. It's like, okay, you need to explain more. This is not something as like basic as a car that everyone knows what a car is. What the fuck is a level 3 ghoul? How can it be level 3? There are no levels in real life. It's not a video game.
Yeah, and the fucking the goblin thing is very similar to that, where it just expects you like it's a normal thing where he's just like, oh well, they were looking for this one thing, but it could also be a goblin as they were reported in the area. And I'm like, by who? What? That's not a normal thing. People don't just report goblins as like being in the area as if it's a normal thing. What?
Hello, police. I've seen goblins in this area. There's a forest like a mile away from my house. There's a bunch of goblins in there. Can you like do something about that?
Duly noted, citizen. We'll be sure to make a public announcement about it.
Was there a news broadcast out there that's like, hey, we didn't think mythological creatures existed, but today we have found a tribe of goblins in our very own forest. Sorry, I can't.
How bad would that be?
I can't talk quite as insufferably as fucking news reporters do. I tried.
Like, how awful would that be, though, where we finally get, like, proof of the existence of, like, fairy tale creatures and shit, and the only thing that we ever find is goblins. And it's like, that's the one thing that was real. And it's like, are you serious?
Okay, pagan. All the pagan. We need extra context on this. Because there's a variety of goblins. There are goblins, and then there's goblins. Which is it?
Well, hopefully goblins, you know. Hopefully it's goblins and not just goblins.
Alright, should we just get into this?
Yeah, I think we should just get into it.
So neither of us have seen this I haven't seen this video. Have you seen this video? I think it's his latest one.
I have not seen any of his videos that we've linked.
That we haven't covered already, okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is 27 minutes long. Strap in, people. This is,
yeah,
gonna be a fucking bumpy ride.
God, if it's anything like the last one we covered, oh my god, it should be a fucking douche. The fact that he had the last one, the fucking paper. You literally can see the paper moving and he calls it a ghost. Like, oh my god.
€2 from Corktail, thank you. What is your favorite Hatsune Miku song? I've never listened to the 3D animated girl idol thing.
The only one I know of is the meme one where she's like yata yada dee dee dee. Like that's the only one I know. It's because it was in a meme, and
Uh,
I don't even particularly like it that much.
$2 from some shambler. Thank you. Hi, Pagan.
Hello.
Alright, let's do this. Scrublord in chat quoting the fucking, Chrissy Mayer Frost song. Yeah, that... it's hilarious how good that song is for what it is.
Jordan Curran and his 2 children were enjoying a quiet night at an Airbnb in Anchorage, Alaska. It's late in the evening when the kids fall asleep in Jordan's arms, and he takes a video to preserve this precious moment. What happens next absolutely scares the out of him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh my god, I'm so. Oh my god, look, legit goosebumps. Oh my god.
Uh huh. God, this is so fake. His reaction. Oh my god, there's nothing there. Nothing there. It's
Look,
like
Look,
if
guys,
you were
I totally have
scared.
goosebumps.
Yeah. If you were scared, and this wasn't like a setup thing, and you're like, oh my god, there's something there. You wouldn't immediately, the moment you get up and look around for like the first instance, be immediately like, look guys, nothing there, as if you're trying to justify it. It's like,
Yeah, because
you shouldn't even be ready to defend yourself yet.
that already reeks of, look guys, it's totally a ghost, because I saw something and now there's nothing there.
Yeah. It's very strange how quickly he jumps to, no guys, for real though, there's nothing there. And it's like, why would you care?
Yeah, because, like, the situation we're presented with, his children are sleeping, and it's the middle of the night, and he's the only one awake, and he sees what he thinks is an intruder in their house. Well, not their house, the place they're renting, you know what I mean. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not believing this reaction to my life and my children's life are in danger.
Yeah.
Especially considering he manages to hold the phone the whole time. Maybe some people are so tuned into their phones that they kind of have an iron grip on them now. But if I was in that situation with people I cared about and wanted to protect, I think I would, like, just instinctually drop the phone.
Yeah. I wouldn't hold on to it and continue filming. I would drop it and get up and immediately go for like the closest thing I can use to defend myself.
Also, like, his kids were on top of him. How did he not fucking wake them up?
Yeah, exactly. How are they not like looking around or like freaking out as well or anything? Like, I'm sorry, I don't believe that they're so heavy sleepers that he can basically throw, because keep in mind, one of them was basically on him.
Yeah.
He would have had to have basically thrown her off to get up as fast as he did.
You know, in movies where, like, it's like a scary movie type thing where
I was just about to say, it's like
done
a fucking scary movie skit where, like, he jumps up and you just see the kid in the background go flying out the window or some
it's
shit.
clearly like a fucking doll. But, like, the way it just... that fucking specific visual image of them cartwheeling through the air after being thrown, that's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining he jumps up and... the kid just fucking stiffly ragdolls into the wall. Hey Cree, thanks for making the video on Act Man. I felt like he got away with his garbage behavior 6 months ago and that he deserves this backlash. Yeah, the video he did, I found really off-putting. Like, I've never really watched Act Man's stuff, so I don't know much about him. And seeing what he did in that video I found extremely distasteful, and it gives me cause to, like, not ever put any trust in him as a person. for multiple reasons.
Yeah. Didn't he also have like a really bad take on the Sweet Baby Inc. thing as well?
I have no idea. He started talking about it, and he does seem to be against it. But he said he's not doing a video on it, and like that's how this whole thing
Right.
started, because Memology pointed out, how it was or how it was going and how it is going or whatever. And it
Right
was the
now, I
two
remember.
tweets.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was like, "Oh wait, this is actually a thing, guys. What the hell?" You know, like it was like him waking up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that's not that great. But got Kirsch's video that I linked
I should watch
earlier.
that.
It is really good. Her take on it is really good.
Because, yeah, I'm going to be doing my own video on Sweet Baby, and there's a lot of shit to sift through. I want to get it done in the next week or two, which of course means postponing the fucking Helsing video, which I'm already burning out on 4.5 episodes in.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Dude, it is bad.
I know. It's so shit.
What the is that?
Jordan hears a creepy growl, and when he looks at his phone, he spots the dark silhouette of a figure with no visible features
I didn't hear
standing
a growl.
right behind him.
Did he say it
Did we do-
growled?
Yeah, he said that he hears it growl, and that's why he turns around and looks at it.
That's not the case, though, because he's recording a video of him and his kids.
Rewind it a bit. I want to hear what he said. I do know he said something about it growling, and I'm like, I didn't hear a growl.
Let's do another one there.
Nothing. Oh my god, I'm so. Oh my god, look, legit goosebumps.
Yeah, I just don't believe you don't wake up your kids there. They should
Yeah.
be upset, asking what's going on. They should be scared. I mean, don't take this out of context. I'm not saying the children should be afraid. But like literally just they should have been woken up due to the way he got up, due to their positions. And any child would be like scared in that situation where their father is freaked out.
Yeah, they should be worried at least, where it's like, what's happening? You know, they should at least be asking, like, what's wrong?
And this sounds like Chills, but with a normal voice. I wish it was Chills. We're at least going to get a clip of Chills later. I don't know if we're going to do a full Chills video. Depends on how Pagan feels.
We'll see.
Depends how long it takes to get through this one. This is a half-hour video.
Yeah, I know.
And Enclave Emily in chat, the children should be afraid.
All right, I want to see what he says about this fucking growling shit.
Yeah.
What the is that?
Jordan hears a creepy growl, and when he looks at his phone, he spots the dark silhouette of a figure with no visible features standing right behind him. He jumps up and spins around, but there's nothing there.
So yeah, he did say there was a creepy growl. I didn't hear one. Do we want to go back to that?
Yeah, I want to see if there's actually a growl, because I didn't
Okay.
hear a goddamn thing.
Hold on.
Video to preserve this precious moment. What happens next absolutely scares the out of him.
I heard
Well, I don't know.
something
He
barely.
plays fucking music
Yeah.
over it, so you wouldn't even know if it does. I hate that. I hate that shit so much, especially when he himself calls out the fact that there was supposed to be a sound there, but you put music over the spot where people would obviously go back to listen to. You fucking idiot! Oh my god, you're so shit at making videos.
It's like that video of the dude who is in the forest, mountain biking, and then there was that weird like sound and like in the video, and it's like, wait, why the fuck isn't the guy on the bike reacting to that sound that just echoed through the forest? It's because it wasn't there. Nuke fucking added it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Jesus Christ. I swear, Nuke just keeps fucking nuking his credibility every time. I swear.
Kree, there's a level 3 cryptid on the bottom left corner of my screen right now. Motherfucker, you think I'm only level 3? I am at least level 7, okay? Out of, 200. But higher than level 3.
What credibility? So here's the thing. Nuke used to be a good channel. He actually used to be decent, where he would show, like, even when he would do, like, like weird paranormal stuff, he would try to get ones that actually seemed somewhat legit, where it was, like, genuinely like, okay, yeah, that would actually be a really complicated hoax to pull off.
Yeah.
So I can actually see where people could actually fall for that. And he would even, like, bring that up and still, like, try to explain, like, how it could be a hoax. But then he would always do the thing of, but you decide. But at least he would try. And he would also splice in, things of, like, real life stuff that was creepy, where, like, there's, like, a guy who's exploring this, like, old abandoned, like, apartment complex or something, and there's a bunch of homeless people, and he walks by one of the rooms, and there's, like, clearly a homeless person just standing there staring at him, and he didn't see it. And it's like, yeah, that's fucking terrifying. And he actually had some credibility, and he was actually a good channel to watch. Now it's like the lowest tier, just bottom of the barrel garbage, fucking paranormal channel that doesn't even try to be like, like, look at this one, look how cool this one is, or look how, like, complicated this would have to be to pull off or something. No, now literally he shows videos of a dog running past a piece of paper, and when it, like, moves slightly and he sees the shadow that it casts, he calls the shadow a ghost. Like, that's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, show a good video for comparison. Maybe we'll check a good one out later, if there's time.
Yeah. I might actually go through his channel later and just watch some old videos, and if I find a good one, like a good example of a good one, I will link it, and we can watch that one the next time we do one of these.
Yeah, that could work. That'd be easier than just randomly picking one.
Yeah.
€2 from Enclave Emily, thank you. Level 7 femboy at most. Is this karma for calling you French? I feel like it's karma. Damn Frenchie.
Yeah.
Alright, we can skip back to where we were. Hold on. We're almost a minute in.
Spins around, but there's nothing there. The figure has disappeared. To this day, Jordan still has no idea who or what was in the room with him.
Yeah, sure. I super believe that.
Yeah. And also, it just looks like a shitty PNG someone, like, threw in.
Kinda, yeah.
It doesn't even look good. It doesn't even look like a believable thing. Especially when he brightens it up like that, it makes it look even worse.
Yeah, the background looks like it's at a different resolution than the foreground. Because, like, this obviously isn't the highest quality video, but, like, there's some pretty clear distinction on, like, his earring, the tattoo on his neck and stuff. But then in the back, it looks like a fucking compressed JPEG.
Yeah.
I guess, sure, it's dark back there. Maybe there's some bitrate issues, but still.
He still worries about what might have happened if he hadn't been awake.
Probably nothing, considering nothing happened while he was awake.
So Emily sent me a screenshot in, Oh, she just typed it in chat. If I'm French, then that means I colonized at least a part of you, Cretosis. Go back to the fields. What the fuck does that even mean? You colonized nothing. Get fucked. Your ancestors might have colonized some places. You didn't. Eat shit. We gotta get her on a stream again, though, at some point. Maybe more Lethal Company or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sh**.
The grip of the grave. Jimena Barón, an Argentine star with more than 6 million Instagram fans, usually posts glimpses of her daily life as she travels, acts, and sings. But one day she posts a video on her Instagram story that is very out of character. The video is security footage that shows Jimena hanging out at her friend's house in Argentina. Something happens that Jimena says still gives her chills to this day.
Oh boy. Okay, what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like someone peeking over the wall and it's gonna be like a spooky ghost? Is it gonna be a ghost orb floating across the camera?
I think we've seen this in another video before.
The setup
Isn't
does
this...
kind of look familiar, but like, so do a lot of them because just the way the world works, you know?
Yeah, maybe. If I remember correctly, if it is the one I'm thinking of, I think like a light falls over or something and they freak out.
Ah, so it's clearly poltergeist activity. Was this possibly at 3 a.m. the witching hour?
If he actually says like, and this happened around 3 a.m. typically known as the witching hour, I'm gonna lose it.
I'll fucking absolutely lose my shit. That might actually kill me from being so funny. 12 months from just a guy from Alabama. Membership message. Thank you. I will never understand Latin American ghost hunters, considering what/who you can find in abandoned houses. They are way scarier than any ghost. Yeah, those people are the bravest people in the world. Not because they're hunting ghosts, but because you're in Mexico and you're hunting ghosts in places where the cartels could be. It's like, Jesus.
But see, then I kind of think like, at least in ones where it's like portrayed as like a spur of the moment, like, oh, we just found this place, let's go explore it. I tend to find those ones more fake because it's like, I don't believe that you would actually go into an abandoned place in Mexico or anywhere like that where the cartels could be. I feel like you would scout it out ahead to make sure it was safe.
How the fuck would you even scout something like that out, though?
I mean, just like sit outside and wait for a few hours and see if you see or hear anybody, and then be like, okay, well now we can at least go up to the window and look through it and see if there's anybody in there, and like just kind of look around, like, you know, more cautiously than literally kicking the front door open and walking in and being like, oh my god, guys, is there ghosts here? I just don't. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just like over. Maybe I'm just like giving them too much credit that they're, you know, smart enough to do something like that. But I feel like anyone with like half a brain cell would, if you're like, you know, in one of these locations, one of these areas where the cartels could be operating, you wouldn't just storm into an abandoned building and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna hunt ghosts and shit. Like I don't know. I feel like you would have looked ahead of time to make sure it was safe to go in there.
Yeah, I feel the chances of meeting a terrible end are just too high to randomly go into abandoned buildings in those places. Hey Kree, can you read what I sent you on Discord out loud? I want to get Pagan's reaction.
Oh no.
An official news channel in my home island made a news report on TV about a guy whose bathroom specifically was being haunted. Most active in the shower, like, in quotes, that last part. He claimed, these videos ain't shit, Lamau. Like primetime news hour, alert reporting, meaning it's breaking news, and it's this.
What? Jeez, that must be a really slow fucking news day.
What? Okay, maybe it would be active in the shower specifically because that's where the person died. Imagine how fucked up that would be, being in the shower and a ghost materializes and fucking telefrags you.
Fucking telefrags you. I was gonna say, like, imagine how shitty it would be to like slip and fall and like bust your head open in the shower and then you're stuck like haunting that specific spot for like eternity after that just because you died right there.
Yeah, you know, some ghosts, they haunt an item, they'll haunt a big location, but you get the shower.
God, how awful would that be though if like you can only haunt the bathroom And then it's like you can never leave. So then whenever somebody goes in there and they take like a fat shit, you're just stuck in there having to watch you. No,
It's just
let me out.
It's
You're
just
just banging on the door. Let me out. The fucking person's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
it's just that fucking joke nuke video of I'm gonna fart on my roommate's door.
Yeah, exactly. You're just a tiny orb trying to escape the bathroom while that's going on in the background.
Yeah, that's the true lore behind that farting on roommate's door video. The ghost orb was trying to fucking escape. It knew the entire room was being filled with fucking toxic gas. It had to get out.
I just love how the sound keeps playing even after the clip is done. Like, like it's so clearly edited, but like that just makes it even funnier because he's like, when he says like, "Did you see it?" and then replays, the sound doesn't reset; it just gets louder.
It gets louder and drowns out Nuke's narration. It's so good.
The ghost watching me take a shit after I eat Taco Bell.
Hold on, something happened there.
Something happens that Jimenez says
I said
still
that
gives her
already, Nuke.
chills to this day.
What?
What?
I heard the stinger. I didn't see the thing happen.
Jimenez
I didn't
says
see
she felt
shit.
something forcibly touch her back. She jumps up and turns around, expecting
Okay,
Come
so she had a psychotic
on.
hallucination. Okay, so what? I'm sorry, but this isn't a good video if there's nothing you can point to be like, oh yeah, see, like it clearly wasn't just in her head. You could clearly see something. Like, I'm sorry, but when it's literally just a person's reaction, like, one, it could be fake. Two, it could literally just be like, oh, they imagined it. I mean, like, they thought. There's been plenty of times where I've been sitting around and I thought, like, I felt someone, like, touch me on the shoulder or call my name. So I turned around to see who it was and there was no one there. So I'm like, oh, I must have imagined it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, there's a period of time in my childhood where I swear I heard people calling my name randomly. It wasn't super often, but it was enough to fucking freak me out. I was afraid I was going insane. I think I mentioned this on stream before too, because one time it was like fucking crystal clear, and it was like right behind me. I was, I don't know how old I was at the time. Was I like 12 maybe a little bit younger? I was at a grocery store with my mom, and we were leaving, and I heard a girl say my name, and it sounded like she was 3 or 4 feet behind me. And I turned around and no one was there. Well, other people in the store were there. There's no one there who called my name. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I've had
was
stuff
probably
like that
the
happen
worst
to me
of
as
them.
well. Like, I've heard people, like family members, call my name, and I'm like, oh shit, they probably need something. And I get up, and I'm like, yeah, what do you need? And they're like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, I clearly heard you yell for me. It was clearly your voice. And they're like, no, I didn't say anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why did I think I heard them yell my name from like the other room? But yeah, that's happened a few times, and I'm just like, yeah, that's weird. But it's just an example of like, yeah, you can't always trust yourself. It's so, whenever I see videos like this where they're like, oh, but like, why would they react that way unless something actually happened? And it's like, there's plenty of times where people think they felt or heard something, and it wasn't actually like a thing. It was just their mind playing a trick on them.
Yeah, that can happen. That can absolutely happen. This isn't quite the same, but there's the phenomenon of, like, if you're someone who loses a limb, sometimes you feel as though you still have it. The phantom limb syndrome, where, not the Venture Bros villain, but, like, literally, oh no, my left arm got cut off, but it felt like I still had it for a minute there.
Yeah. The only
Is that
thing
a
I
ghost
can't
haunting you?
explain, the only thing like that I can think of that I can't really explain that's happened to me. Well, there's actually two things.
Can I ask
three.
what they are?
There's three, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. But the only thing I can like say where it's like, oh yeah, I heard something that I could definitively say was like it actually happened. It wasn't just a fucking, trick in my head. Was I remember being in my room one night. It was like the middle of the night, like 12 o'clock at night, and it was me and my dog. We were in my room and I was watching stuff, and someone just started banging on my door. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, who the hell's banging on my bedroom door in the middle of the night? That hard too, because it was hard. Like they were like pounding on my door. And my dog barked at it. Like it scared him. Like he jumped up and started barking at the door. So I knew it could have just been me. Like why would my dog jump up and bark at the door unless I was actually hearing what I heard. And then when I opened the door, there was no one there. So I started looking through the house to try and find who it was, and everyone was asleep. And the front door was open. And I walked outside, and there was like nobody there. Like
No,
if it was a person, even if it was like an actual person who like broke into my house and knocked on my door for some reason, the amount of time it took me to get up and open the door and walk out, I would have at least seen them running across the yard. And then when I came back to the door, there was like a quarter or a nickel or something standing perfectly straight up in front of my doorway. And I was like, what the fuck?
When you say the door is open, you don't mean it was unlocked. You mean it was open, as in you could walk through without touching it.
Yeah, like it was like you would probably bump your shoulder trying to get out of it,
okay,
but it was like open.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? I even woke up my grandma and I was like, did you knock on my door and like open the front door or something? And she was like, no. I definitely didn't do that. And I was like, someone banged on my door. Like I thought it was my dad. Like I thought he came home drunk or some shit. And I was like, oh God. And that's why I got up and like checked on the door real quick. But no, like it wasn't him. It was nobody. Like everyone was asleep. And I was like, what the fuck? And keep in mind, it was just me, my grandmother, and my grandfather, and none of them would be fast enough to like run away and get back in their bed. They do not move fast at all. They are very old. So there was no way it could have been them. So I don't know what that was about. It was very odd. And then there was the one story I told you about where when me and my father, I think I was like 10, moved into a house down the road. And one night while we were like watching TV, one of the like wall sconces that holds like a candle, it didn't have a candle in it. It was just an empty wall sconce, like little clay thing that hangs on the wall. And it just launched off the fucking wall and hit the middle of the room on the floor. And I, to this day, have no idea what the fuck that was about. It just like launched off the wall. It didn't fall. It launched. Like it went to the middle of the room. It flew off so hard. And there was no reason for it. It was so weird. And me and my father both saw it. And yeah, it was very odd. A lot of weird things happened in that house. I remember my cousin, I think she was like 25 at the time when it happened. Some family were visiting, and she went to the bathroom while we were all outside talking, and she came out of the house like crying, like scared to death. And she said that while she was like doing her hair in the mirror, the stool that we had in the bathroom slid, like she saw it slide in the mirror from like all the way from the door to the bathtub. And yeah, that was weird. There was definitely some weird shit going on in that house. We didn't live there for very long, especially after we got robbed. Someone stole my fucking... Oh, what was it, actually? I don't even remember what console it was. I remember having, like, Pac-Man, like the original Pac-Man on it and stuff, but I don't actually remember what console it was.
Damn.
I didn't have it for very long. I had it for, like, a couple of weeks, and then we got robbed, and that was one of the things that got stolen. And then we moved out, because I was like, fuck that.
That sucks. I kind of wish I had spooky ghost stories to tell. I know my oldest brother has told me a ghost story that I didn't... Actually, I do remember. They were sleeping on You know those couches that have a pull-out section to become a bed?
Mm-hmm.
He was sleeping. This is a story he told me, so, you know. Uh, him and our other brother, the middle brother, were sleeping there when they were kids. And he woke up and he saw someone standing there and he thought it was his younger brother. Again, the middle brother now, because I exist. I don't know if I existed back then. Probably not. No, I know I didn't exist back then because they were still kids, and my the middle brother is about 10 years older than me. Anyways, my oldest brother saw someone standing there and assumed that it was the middle brother. And I can't remember if he said anything to him or not, but then he realized, oh, the middle brother is still sleeping in bed, so who the fuck is that? And the person was gone. That's a story he
Yeah.
told me a few years ago. But, yeah.
There's also that one story that I told you about, but that one is like so far-fetched and insane that I don't even want to repeat it here because it's like so crazy that it's like that can't possibly be true.
Okay.
But
I'm not going to ask you to repeat it here, but I do want to know which one it is because there's a few. Is it the doll or the hat?
the hat.
Okay, yeah.
The doll one, again, that could have just been me. Like, that could have just been my imagination. But I swear I remember... So my grandmother used to have this old, like, Native American girl doll. You know, like the fucking porcelain ones that... or, well, no, it wasn't porcelain, but it was, like, very realistic looking. And it was, like, maybe a foot, maybe 2 feet tall. And she kept it on a shelf upstairs. And it always gave me the creeps. And I swear I remember, like, I looked at it and it was facing, like, perfectly down the middle of the stairs. So, like, if I'm going down the stairs, it would be looking directly at me. And I went downstairs to get something to eat. And when I came back up and turned to look at it, it was, like, completely 90 degrees turned, facing the wall. And I was like, what? Just the head. Not the body, just the head. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just immediately went back downstairs and didn't go back up there. I was like, no thanks.
Yeah, fuck
because
that. Jesus Christ.
Nobody had gone up there either. Like, the kitchen is right next to the stairs, so there's no way anybody could have gotten to the stairs and, like, pulled a prank on me or some shit, which, again, there was no one in the house to do that other than, like, my grandmother, which she's not going to do that. But there's no way anyone could have gotten up the stairs without me noticing. And yeah, the head was just turned. And again, this could just be me, like, hallucinating it or something because I found it creepy or something. But I do specifically remember that the head was in a different position when I went back upstairs, and I just noped out. I just immediately was like turned around. It was like the fucking Simpsons meme where I just like put the hat back on and walked back downstairs. I just was like, nope. I just went straight back downstairs. Didn't bother to investigate it or anything. I just walked away.
Yeah, fuck that. Holy shit.
Just the tip.
My grandmother had like 40 of those things in her bedroom, all facing the bed. Fucking creepy. Yeah, I don't... Look, I understand wanting to collect things. I have a lot of things I like to collect. There's a lot of things I want to collect. But the porcelain dolls one is fucking weird. And the clowns. I hate the clowns too.
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't get why people want like porcelain dolls of little girls or clowns, especially facing your bed.
And I'm not
like,
even
why.
I'm not even talking about how they've been overused as a horror trope. I mean in general.
Yeah, like why would you just want something like that in your house?
I can understand.
It's just so generally creepy and off-putting. It's one of those things where I feel like if you got one, you could not feel not self-conscious about it if you had like guests over. You know what I mean? Like, how would you not feel like a little bit weird having that shit in your house when you have guests over who are like clearly creeped out by it?
I mean, it's just my default assumption anytime I see a porcelain girl doll or a clown doll that it's just fucking haunted.
Yeah.
You can get this authentic porcelain girl doll complete with ghostly curse. Guaranteed to haunt you within the first week.
Perhaps playing a prank. There's no one. But, did you see it? Well,
No.
probably not, because this video looks like it was shot with a potato.
Yeah, no shit. I did see the thing. It looks like her hair, though. Watch her neck.
But after posting the video to Instagram, Jimena's worried fans pointed out that in the video they see two ghostly hands grabbing at her head and right shoulder. Jimena says that she is shocked and doesn't know what to do other than to just move on and try to forget.
It
God, the
honestly
way
just
they-
feels like fucking video crust.
Yeah, it's either video crust or a really shitty edit because the way they just like instantly snap out of existence.
And snap into existence.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're just there. Like they don't come in, you know, like a ghost would or whatever. You know, like in a horror movie. They literally just like materialize there instantly, like a single frame from not there to there, and then when they disappear, it's the same thing where they just goes from there to not there within a frame.
We're such. He's having his movie night thing right now. Don't forget my super chat. Did I miss one? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I did see that, and that's what I giggled at earlier, but Pagan's story was going on, so I couldn't stop him to read it. $2 from Just a Guy from Alabama, thank you. Annual reminder that Kylo Ren's last words were, ow. Are you sure it was ow or was it ouch? Either way, it was really fucking dumb. But anyways, yeah, it looks like it could have been... See, that's the thing, too, about these crusty videos, is they're the best ones to fake horror shit on. Because you can edit whatever you want in there and just crustify it. And it's like... I don't know. Could it be a ghost? Maybe. I don't know. Because it'll be harder to detect, like, how fake it is, as opposed to something that's high definition. That's why these are almost never, like, decent quality.
Yeah, but that also just makes me, you know, like less likely to believe it
Oh, yeah,
when
exactly.
if it's such a shitty quality video, it's like then you can't really take anything as certain. So why even bother, you know? If it was like a super high def and you could like really get into the meat of it and look at it and see if there was edits done and all that kind of thing, sure.
Yeah,
But
that's...
if it's literally like the quality of a potato, there's no point in even trying
Oh, there's a
to
point.
decipher it.
There's a point, because a lot of people are going to watch this stuff anyways and go, oh my god, a ghost
Yeah.
touched her shoulder. Oh
Unfortunately,
my god.
I'm sure a lot of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 fans would just fucking drool over this type of shit.
What are you saying, Pagan?
Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. What did Pagan mean by this when he said? Fucking TLJ fans over here fucking drooling at this shit. Oh my god. So good.
Don't forget the Starfield fans. Starfield has fans?
Jimena has never posted anything more about the paranormal.
See, that's the thing, too, is you can see what looks like a hand there long before she reacts. On her neck.
Yeah, I do see that. Yeah, it does kind of look like there's something there.
Like, if it was
Also,
really...
as if that means anything, the whole like, oh, she hasn't posted anything paranormal since. It's like, I don't think she's trying to fake a ghost video. I think it's just shitty fucking security camera footage. And I think she tricked herself into thinking that she felt something touch her.
Also, the whole thing of, this is a channel that doesn't normally post ghost content, it's fucking worthless. For the most part. Like, sure,
Yeah.
if you have a channel where, like, their entire thing is, oh, hey, we're doing spooky exploration, and they find ghosts every single time, yeah, that's obviously sus as fuck. But the whole thing of, hey, this is just a normal person's channel, and they had a scary ghost encounter. Okay, you know people can do that for fucking views? Where if someone has a channel, maybe it's not doing so well, maybe it's not doing as well as they'd like, they can record a video of spooky happenings, get featured in a video like this, and get a lot of traffic to that video, and maybe some subscribers to their channel. There's that dude who is exploring mines and caves, and his most popular videos are the two, oh my god, spooky, haunted ones, where they got featured in videos like this. You might remember them, Peg. You remember the one where the guy is in the mine and it's all, like, wet? And he turns around and there's a chain swinging violently?
Yep.
Yeah,
I thought that was the one you were talking about.
Yep, that guy did another video where he hears spooky sounds in a cave, and someone was able to track down the fucking spooky, royalty-free soundtrack that comes from.
Yep. Is that the one where it sounds like he keeps saying, "Oh, is it snakes? Are those snakes or some shit?" And it's clearly like whispering.
Yeah, because it's from like it might not be a royalty-free thing, but it's like a Halloween audio thing where it's a track of.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be people whispering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember both those videos. They were shit, and they were called out too. They both got called out as being fake.
Yeah, it did take them a while to get called out, I think, because I remember hearing it some months later that those were fake. But like, yeah, people do that. There's absolutely fucking like reason for people to fake stuff. If I could probably do something like that right now if I want. I'm not going to, but I could be like, I can make a fake video like the dude sleeping in that first video. I want to be careful about how I word that because it might make it sound worse than it actually is for obvious reasons. Where, you know, there's a dude there, his kids are sleeping, and he jumps up and there's a thing there. Shit like that is easy to fake. If I wanted to, like, suddenly bring a bunch of attention to my channel, I could do that. I could do something like that, send it into Nuke, and this YouTuber, he doesn't normally make videos like that. He makes video game analysis videos. Bam.
Yeah.
A lot more eyes on my channel, some of which might be people who enjoy video game analysis.
Yep. Also, oh, fuck. I hate when that happens. Like, you have a thought, you're waiting for your moment, and then when you finally get an opening, you fucking lose it.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Fuck!
Yeah, you were saying something, and I got into that whole tangent. Fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't think my thing would go on that long.
Shit, what was it? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, there's also this like thing where they'll try to give credibility to it by saying like, oh, and the uploader didn't even notice this until their fans pointed it out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that also means nothing because the moment that was done, like the first time, you know, there was like a million people all going like, oh my god, I could totally do that too. Oh my god, yeah, I don't even have to call it out. My fans will notice it, and then I can act surprised that it was there. It's like it means nothing. It means fucking nothing.
And if you want to be extra, like, sensationalist with it, record yourself reacting to, like, okay, so, you know, I've got a bunch of comments that people are seeing something at 10 minutes and 15 seconds of this video where I'm exploring the cave. You guys really like that video. I hope to do more like it, and, you know, I'm gonna go check out the video and blah, blah, blah, blah. And then he records his reaction, and it's the whole over the top. Oh my god!
Oh my god! I didn't even see that. I didn't even know that was there. I was right next to that dude. Oh my god!
What the fuck? Oh my god!
I hate that shit so much.
Also, Sophie and P says in chat, you had a pretty possession video yourself with the Goblin Man. 10 out of 10 Exorcist stuff. I wonder if you could actually send that in to him As actually, you know what? Nuke would probably filter that one to be fair, but if you sent it to Chills, you can probably convince him that it's a video of someone who's possessed. Now, chat, don't do this. Do not do this. Chills actually seems like a good person, and I genuinely don't want him to have to deal with the fucking insanity of the Turkey Man, okay? I genuinely mean this. Do not do it. But it would be funny.
I could see him with no context, just like, you know, just showing him that and being like, oh yeah, fucking clearly a possession.
And I really want to make it clear I do not want anyone to send something like that to Chills. I genuinely do not want Chills to deal with the Turkey Man. Chills does seem like a decent person. Like back at Christmas, he donated $15,000 to like feed starving children in his city. So like, genuinely, Chills does seem like a good person from what I've seen. And
yeah. Plus, I wouldn't want to release the Turkey Man onto anybody. You know, not even my worst enemies deserve to deal with that shit.
Yeah. But it would be funny, though.
Except for that one cunt that lives down the road from me. He can have it. But
Melody Rose from Los Angeles, California is recording a TikTok video about...
Oh no, we're already doomed. It's from California. I like how we're almost an hour into the stream and we're 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the video.
She's gonna fucking step outside and there's not gonna be fucking needles everywhere and just like human shit all over the sidewalk, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, what is this?
That actually reminds me. You know, I saw Dune 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
I used the washroom after the movie because it's a nearly 3-hour long movie, and I obviously grabbed a drink and some popcorn. On my way out, I noticed there's a fucking needle disposal bin in there. In a movie theater bathroom. Why the fuck would you need a needle disposal bin in a movie theater bathroom?
Isn't there like an entire city or whatever in Canada that made it completely legal to use any type of drug? And it's just full of like people just staggering around outside and shit like that, and just
I don't know.
I think there is, so I wouldn't be surprised. I could definitely see that being a thing in Canada where they would have like hard drug disposal things in bathrooms. Like I could just see them doing that. Oh yeah, here's your needle for your black tar heroin that you could throw away when you're done. After you're done watching the Dune movie.
Where'd that comment go? What'd you think of Dune 2, Crete? I liked it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I'm really, really glad I saw it. I think I liked the first one a bit better, but I still think it's really good. There's a big change at the end regarding one of the characters. No spoilers from the book that I wasn't a big fan of. There's another big change I'm actually kind of glad they did, because I don't know how the fuck they would have made it work and not be ridiculous, honestly. No offense to the book. I do like the book. But there's some weird stuff in there. I kind of wish the battles were longer, especially that big final battle. But yeah, it overall really fucking good. A lot of movies that have come out in the past several years, it's like, yeah, this could have been shorter. The Batman, you didn't need that second, third act. But Dune 2 would have benefited really well from another 15, 30 minutes. And I genuinely really wish they had that 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, people are saying Vancouver.
Oh, God.
Yep. Oh, God. If you aren't ODing, are you even watching Dune?
When something very strange happens.
Okay, if you're like me and you're looking for a new signature scent that like will have you needing to beat off
have placed the pause. Jesus, that was unintentional.
Yeah, what? I was thinking about pausing it so I could call out, like, what the fuck is on her face? Like, why does it look like she has 2 boogers stuck to her face?
They're little stars, Pagan.
Are they?
Yeah. I don't know why they're there, but they're there. What I was going to say is, oh boy, this is going to be another, I don't normally make these, sorry. This YouTuber doesn't normally make paranormal videos. There's someone who's focused on makeup or fucking whatever. And this was a spooky video that's not usual for them.
Beat off, pause, but you know what I mean. Like,
Oh,
you don't
shut
have
up.
to beat them. Let me rethink this. Basically, everybody will hunt you down and be like, what are you wearing? Because one time I had left the room and this chick followed me and she was like, even though you're no longer in the room, I can still smell you. What is that? Bitch, this. And I keep buying the.
It's that stank ass fish pussy.
Damn, bitch, even after you left, I can still smell you in here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus, yeah, her fucking way of speaking drives me insane. Ugh,
California was a mistake.
Also, the thing that he pointed out on the screen there. Oh, there was a giggle in the background. Did you hear it? Because there definitely couldn't possibly be anyone else in the room.
Audio edits are like the easiest thing to do. Hey, I've got a clip of someone doing a thing. Let's add someone in the background that you can't see. Go. Tee-hee.
Yep.
Oh my god, spooky ghost. Haunting. Oh my god. Put a red circle somewhere on screen. There's nothing to point at, but do it anyways. Also,
It smells like a damn salmon hatchery in here.
Also, just going back to the Dune 2 thing quickly, I regret to inform you, chat, that the movie theater did not have the popcorn bucket.
No, they didn't have the fuckable popcorn bucket.
I don't know
How
why
could I-
anyone would want to fuck that thing. It looks sharp. You know the
Yeah, I
edges
don't
of
know.
plastic is sharp.
I don't get it either. I don't get how people like drew that conclusion of like, oh yeah, this is suggestive, and I just look at it and I'm like, fucking how?
I don't even want to stick my hand in there to grab popcorn because like so the way it is, from what I remember seeing it, is like all the worm teeth thing. That's the big plastic thing in the middle, and there's a hole in that for you to grab the popcorn. So it's like you're reaching down the worm's throat for. I don't want to stick my hand in there because I just assume that it's going to be the hard edge of the plastic that you're going to be scraping your wrist upon and your fistful of popcorn every time you pull a handful out.
Yeah, it seems really bad. But also, you just reminded me, it's the fucking meme. I really shouldn't stick my dick in there. However,
Oh my god. I like to live dangerously. Maybe the ridges are rubber. Maybe. That shit's gonna wear out, though.
Just one, because they're cheaper. Two, because this brand has so many scents that I'm like, which one do I even love? Like, I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Arabian Tonka. I think that's how you say it.
An unidentified childlike voice can be heard saying, "Hey," and "Melody."
Beat off, pause, but you know, that I'm like, which one do I even love? Like, I don't know.
Now, Melody doesn't hear this voice at all and is completely unaware of what she just captured.
Oh my god. Can you make this any more fucking tedious, Nuke? Jesus Christ. You're making me look and listen to a fucking Californian woman.
yeah. What were you thinking?
That's just her child she ignores? Yeah, typical fucking Californian.
Yeah. I'd imagine like this is where like half the people watching the video would just click off. Like having to sit through that. Like I feel like this would just ruin the engagement for your video.
Bitch looking like she was made in a bad Italian pizzeria.
She looks like a fucking.
So she switches.
She looks like a pizza tower boss.
Jesus fuck.
So she switches to another topic and records another video. But then she hears it.
Okay, first of all, why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
Okay. Question. You heard your name and you said yeah. Is anyone home with you? Is there?
Yeah, that would imply that you live with other people, which
Yeah, 'cause,
means there would be
like-
that means that there's then the potential to have somebody help you fake this by just saying shit in the background,
Well,
like
more
just
than
outside
that.
of the view.
More than that, if you're living alone and you're used to living alone, if you hear your name, I don't think, like, maybe there's such a social person that, like, maybe the initial reaction is like, yeah, but, like, I'm sorry, like, if you live alone, then, like, you should be fucking shocked immediately that you heard your name.
Yeah, I mean, if I was by myself and I heard someone yell my name, I wouldn't say yeah. I wouldn't respond like there's someone there. I'd be like, who the fuck is in my house?
Yeah. $5 from just the guy from Alabama. Thank you. If you could pick one Canadian city to delete from existence, which one would it be? I don't know.
Toronto, maybe.
Maybe Toronto or Vancouver or Quebec. I don't know.
What the fuck? I just read the Voices Will Not Stop's comment. Me, when I hear my wife and kids say my name, I forgot they live with me and have already armed the Roombas filled with tannerite.
Dude, the fucking my dead dog stuffed with tannerite meme is the fucking greatest. The ATF shoots my
fell for
tannerite
one.
filled dog.
You fell for one of the classic blunders.
Not Ottawa. Okay, yeah, fair. That's a good choice too. Okay, if you're that scared that you heard a voice in your home that you're alone in, why are you doing everything you can to stay in frame of the camera? Genuine question.
Yeah, this is very odd. Also, I need to run to the bathroom again. I'll be right back.
All right. How you doing, chat? How's it going? My home will be a tomb for ATF agents, so help me God. Ah. Turn that camera off, damn it. They don't even need to turn the camera off. It's just you hear a voice in your house, one that's said your name, and you're doing what you can. Like, first of all, taking so long to come to the realization that you're alone, that you can fucking hear the gears grinding in her brain. Just trying to process the basic knowledge of, oh wait, I'm home alone. So who said my name? But also just staying in front of the camera. Like, Jesus Christ. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? Or, as Nuke would say, or is it an elaborate hoax? It feels fake as fuck. She looks like she's really rude. I don't know about that. I'm not sure you can really judge how rude someone is based on just pure looks alone. Most intelligent Californian woman. As a person living in California right now, I'd know. Why do you live in California, Ambrose? Stop. Pick a better state. There's 49 of them to choose from. There was a homeless person who said her name, lol, it's California, duh. How does the homeless know her name, though? It's California. Self-preservation isn't the highest priority. You know what? Fair enough. I've heard my name when falling asleep. It's so spooky you shoot up from bed. I haven't had anything like that happen super recently. But yeah, I mentioned earlier how it's something I dealt with years ago where I'd just sometimes hear my name. 5 pounds from Gorbs. Thank you. This woman recorded and uploaded a video, but did not hear the other voice. It is not edited, honest. Yeah, you know it's a real spooky ghost video when they're like, yeah, I didn't hear these voices when I recorded them. Totally for real. Totally legit. Actually, I fucked that up. I should have said, totally legit, for real, for real. Don't forget Canada, the 51st state. Man. She should totally run away to Zion, Utah. Why? I feel like there's deep lore I'm fucking missing from that one. Hearing your own name is one of the most common auditory hallucinations. You pretty much never get used to it. But you pretty much never get used to it. Yeah, that's fair, but there's also a thing is it did get caught on the camera, so it isn't just a hallucination. It's either audio edited in, or she's got a friend there who did it, or even a recording of something. Like, she has a speaker that it could be a long silent track until her name is said. And she could just hide it somewhere and play it so it gets picked up. $5 from Alpha Craig. Thank you. Amber and Rex are darker skin toned in show than the comic. Also, massive jerks in the show compared to comic. What did Kirkman mean by this? Oh no. That sounds like Invincible. You think I want to live here, goat? Well, I mean, you are living there. To be fair, I don't necessarily want to live here either, but it's what I've got right now, so fair enough, I guess. I'm so antisocial that even if I did hear my name, I would just ignore it. Based. Yeah, give that ghost the silent treatment. The ghost comes into your house and tries to haunt you, and it says your name. It's like, Bob. I don't know if your name is Bob. Just assuming that it is. Just act like it is. The ghost is just like, Bob. And you're just like... Just ignore that bitch. $5 from Snub Caboose. Thank you.
Wrong button.
Ah, hello.
Hello.
Hello. $5 from Snub Caboose. Thank you. All the makeup fumes in that room have soaked into her brain. The saddest state a Californian could be in. I should have asked. Are you ready to continue?
Let me go over to the thing real quick. Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
My bad. So I forgot. I didn't think about it. I'm home alone, and I thought someone called me, and I'm home alone.
She's trying to pretend she's on a phone call for the person who said her name. Okay.
Melody. Maybe it was my cat, and she sounds like a human. Sometimes.
Oh my
God, this is so fucking typical Californian L.
Yeah, I was just about to say, smartest fucking Californian woman. Jesus Christ.
Ambrose actually already said that in chat. Yeah, I heard someone say my name, and I'm home alone tonight. That's really weird. I'm gonna pretend to be talking to someone on the phone. Maybe I'll scare them into leaving because, you know, if I'm on the phone with someone, they'll assume I'll call for help. By the way, I'm gonna do this while acting really poorly. Fucking idiot.
Maybe it was my cat.
Maybe it was my cat, because she sounds like a human sometimes. Bruh. Actual fucking peanut brain.
Your voice will not stop.
You fucking stop, or sorry, you start knocking on that melon and you're gonna hear goddamn echoes. The cat moments later.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
Also, more like the dumbest Californian. Derogatory. I'm not gonna look around and try to find the source of this person who's very clearly saying my name, so they must be very close. No, I'm gonna stand in front of my camera and continue recording myself. Certified 75 IQ moment. You are being generous, my friend.
Yeah.
Bitch wishes she can get that high. She kind of looks like an Oblivion NPC. You're not wrong.
That was you, right? Right?
Shut up. This
The cat-
acting is so bad.
The cat's just like, whatever, bitch. Once he kills you, I'm just gonna eat your eyeballs. She's eyeing the camera the whole time. Yeah. That's part of what's telling me it's fake as fuck. The cat's like, bruh, not again, leave me alone. The cat is completely uninterested. Kritosis, can we please skip the skank? No, you must endure the skank. You are sentenced to endure the painted whore.
Someone calls out Melody's name, loud enough that she actually answers back.
Okay, first of all, why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
Also, if you're trying to pretend that you're on a call with someone because, oh my god, I'm home alone, you've already alerted the fucking intruder or ghost that you know that they're there for answering when they said your name. You've already fucked it.
Yeah.
But then Melody remembers something creepy. She's home alone.
She's home alone.
You can hear the gears fucking grinding in that brain. Inside that skull. They are screeching. There are sparks fucking flying. They're trying to fucking get to the point.
It's that fucking thing I did earlier. The fucking. Do you believe in magic in a retard's heart? When they say that a retard's smart, do you believe in magic?
Oh no, there's Gilbert posting in chat.
No.
He begins
Hold on,
to freak
hold
out.
on. The stare Lamau like a deer at headlights. I want to go back and get that frame again. That that is deer in headlights. Jesus Christ. Fluoride stare.
Melody remembers something creepy. She's home alone.
Just no thoughts, head empty.
Yeah.
She immediately begins to freak out, and the voice calls her name again.
Melody.
Now,
Come on, when this isn't someone going like, "Hey, hello," it's, "Hey." It's really close. It's not quite a whisper, but it sounds like someone that's trying to be quiet. Like, "Hey, Melody." Like, you're not gonna pick it up that fucking high quality if they're literally in the other room. Like, the source of the voice has to be, like, right next to her to be that high quality for speaking at that, like, volume. Because, like, this should go without saying, you can't whisper yell. It's not possible. It's a fucking oxymoron. It'd be like going, "Hey!" But even then, that you can tell that has an entirely different sound.
Hey, skank.
creepy hissing or breathing sound can be heard in the audio of her entire recording. So, after posting the video to TikTok, many viewers believe that Melody is dealing with a mimic, a type of entity that
They're dealing with a mimic. It's not just a ghost, it's a mimic. Fuck off.
We are almost at, could this be the rake levels of fucking bullshittery? Like, just, isn't the point of a mimic? Okay, you know what? It probably won't copy the exact things you say, but why would it be calling her name? Is it to lure her in to kill her? Whose voice is it copying? Is it her own? Why? Okay.
Also, if they say, if they're saying like, oh, it's a mimic because it's mimicking her voice, doesn't that mean that she could have just recorded herself then? Like, she didn't even have to get anyone else to do it. She just did it herself. Like, oh my god. Like, that just makes it even more likely that she fucking faked it. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's a level 15 mimic.
I wouldn't be surprised if in like in one of these next videos he tries to argue like one of them is Slender Man or something.
Please do. Oh my god.
It's the fucking Slender Man.
Just do it. It's her iPhone reminding her to not be stupid. It didn't work.
Ops target and their family in an attempt to take over their life. But others believe that it might simply just be a malfunctioning Amazon Alexa. But Melody says that she has no Alexa devices in her home.
Another thing, Alexa, I don't have an Alexa.
So is Melody in danger from a supernatural force? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I wouldn't call it elaborate, Nuke.
Yeah, that's not elaborate at all.
This must be the work of an enemy stand. Honestly, a fucking more believable explanation than a mimic. Could you imagine if that was the fucking thing that got proven? Out of all these hundreds upon thousands of ghost videos, and we just randomly get confirmation that stands are real. There's someone that fucking has one. Someone has a fucking punch ghost.
Sierra J. Casey, a concerned mother and TikTok user, has been noticing some very strange behavior from her daughter at their Texas home. One day, the toddler comes running out of her bedroom, terrified and refusing to go back. TikTok user Sierra is worried that something might have happened and checks the footage on her Ring nanny cam. What she discovers shocks her to her core. The toddler stands in her room looking around and seemingly confused. Then a loud scream pierces the air, sending the little girl running for mommy.
Again, this is easily faked. What the fuck is this doing here, Nuke?
Yeah. In fact, if this is one of those like cams where you could talk through it, it could literally just be the mother screaming on the other end.
Yeah. To terrify her child. To terrify her babby for TikTok clout. This is actually fucking terrible. Fuck you, Nuke. And fuck the mother for doing that too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna traumatize my child for some TikTok views. Actually consume bleach. Yeah, she looked directly at the camera.
Yeah, that seems like it's literally just the mother screaming through the mic of the camera to scare her fucking daughter.
Yeah, fuck off with this. Come on, Nuke.
Casey says her daughter claimed that a, quote, woman screamed at her. But when she checked her room, she found no one there. Even creepier, previous videos show the toddler being scared in her room before, seemingly staring at someone that we can't see.
General direction towards the camera. You're terrifying your child of sleeping in her room because you're screaming at her through the camera. Maybe it's hacked. Someone mentioned that it could be a hacked camera. But like this is completely fucked.
Yeah, the fact that he's actually treating this as if it could actually be a fucking a ghost instead of being like the obvious like either someone hacked the camera.
Pagan, did you hear that noise? There's a slam that came from your microphone. You're being haunted, Pagan.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man. This is
This
is one of the dirtier ones we've ever watched. Like, this is really shit.
Yeah, this is actually disgusting. This one in particular. Let me grab the super chat quickly. 5 pounds from Gorbs. Thank you. The spookiest thing about these is that they all happen to be TikTokers. Yeah.
Casey believes she might have caught a ghostly encounter on camera, but worried TikTok viewers warn her that it could be something worse. A hacker accessing her Ring camera. So is it a ghost caught on camera, or something even more terrifying? A real person watching and scaring a little girl in her bedroom. We need scary.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we know you need scary videos. Jesus.
Yeah. At least he called out that it could potentially be someone who hacked the camera.
Yeah, it could be. There is that potential, I suppose. Then why even fucking use the camera if it can be hacked? Take it down. Because, like, anyone with a brain should see that clip and see, okay, there's a scream, the child looks directly at the camera and runs away. They fucking found the source of the sound, and it was the camera. Fucking immediately take it down.
Yeah, I would take it down. I wouldn't keep that shit up if it was, if I knew that, like, I didn't do that, and it's like, yeah, that's almost certainly somebody fucking hacking our cameras, which means they can see through it.
Yeah.
Fuck that, I'm taking them down.
Yeah, best case scenario, it's a ghost possessing your camera. Worst case scenario, it's a hacker, which is a real person, and that is insanely fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Why they even need a camera like that, I don't know. I don't understand, like... You would think cameras, especially ones for monitoring your child to make sure they're safe, would be fucking more secure than that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, but apparently it's a really common thing for people to, like...
I am surprised, but, like... I remember a video years ago of people hacking into various cameras in people's homes, and, you know, some of them were nursing homes, some of them were schools, some of them were, like, just normal family living rooms and stuff, and they start playing, like, portal turret sounds through it, or other things to fucking troll these people.
Yeah.
And it's... I don't know why you would ever fucking want that possibility. Like, not just the fact that people can do that to you, but the fact that other people can watch you. Mm-hmm. And to be fair, there are some videos we've seen in these list videos where, like, you know, parents are looking at their baby monitor and, oh my god, there's someone in their room, what the fuck? And they go and deal with it. But those... I don't know. My
issue is that he didn't try to be like... You know, an older Nuke video, he would have been like... You know, he wouldn't have tried to frame it as paranormal. He would have just been like, oh, and like, here's something scary I found because it's real.
Yeah,
you know?
It could be, like, this is probably a hacker.
Yeah, but no, he tries to frame it as a haunting first before even entertaining the idea that it could have just been a hacker.
Yeah. And that's the reason, too, why I assumed that it was the mother fucking terrorizing her child for TikTok clout. Because, number one, it's TikTok. Number two, the possibility of it being a hacker, I don't know, well, didn't know, if it was one of the cameras that could be hacked, or if it's one that's, like, direct line into her computer. You know?
Yeah. Plus, he didn't frame it like he should have. Like, in any of his older videos, he would have immediately framed it as, like, you know,
this one is
this is a real life thing.
Because
yeah, it's spooky for a different reason.
Real people are scarier than ghosts, which is something he has fucking said before.
Mm-hmm. God, it's so shit now. It's so bad that he just won't do shit like that now. And when he adds it, he tries to put like a paranormal spin on it, and it's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The old Bayless paper mill. While on a motorcycle road trip, Kenneth Statkin and his friend Justin decide to explore the ruins of Bayless Paper Mill in Austin, Pennsylvania. The paper mill was destroyed over 100 years ago when the nearby dam collapsed, sending a massive wall of water crashing down on the factory. 78 people lost their lives. Now, it should be noted that Kenneth and Justin are not YouTube paranormal investigators.
That doesn't mean anything.
Whenever I hear that, I just think it's even more fake than I do with the regular ones.
Yep.
At this point, because, like, it means nothing. Shut the fuck up. $5 from just a guy from Alabama. Thank you. If this happened to me, that camera would be in my next Tannerite session. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, again, if it wasn't the mother, if it was genuinely someone hacking, take that fucking thing down immediately. And I don't mean, like, 10 minutes from now, a day or two from now, a week or two. No, fucking immediately. Remove it.
Urban explorers. They are just curious travelers passing through. So, When the guys arrive in town, they meet a local man who warns them that the Bayless Mill is haunted by the victim's ghosts, and that he has even had a paranormal encounter himself.
That you definitely think that place is haunted?
Oh yeah,
down there?
most definitely. The paper mill's haunted as because I went there the one night, me and my buddies. We all went over there and like something ran behind us.
No kidding.
You need a better barber, my friend. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that haircut is very unfortunate. Also, this guy's accent, I just love it. I just get the same vibes as like me and my buddy Keith. It's like, okay, Ellis.
We need to try Left 4 Dead again now that they've apparently fixed that hack.
Yeah, we do need to try that again.
Like, genuinely, I don't mean to be rude to this man, but it looks like someone put a bowl over top of your head and shaved anything off that hung down below the bowl. Like,
Yeah.
dude, please.
I don't get why people get haircuts like this. It looks so shit. I would rather my hair be like long and unruly than have that haircut.
You are pulling exactly 0 bitches with this cut.
Yeah.
Bro got that 15th century monk drip. This is maidenless aesthetic. I really don't mean to be mean to the guy. He seems like a nice person, but like, come on.
Maybe if you got rid of that yee ass haircut, you get some bitches on your dick.
I can't keep looking at him. I'm just gonna keep laughing.
Like he caught it on camera and everything.
Kenneth and Justin arrive at the
I like how I say that and we immediately get one singular frame of a close-up on him.
paper mill and begin exploring the decaying structure. Just as the sun is starting to set on their day, Kenneth and his friend find the mill's dark basement and head down to check it out. And this is when things take a very creepy turn.
Oh my goodness.
And let's go down there and see what's happening.
Fuck.
You want to go down there?
Absolutely.
Okay, I was gonna say, looking at that staircase, if the one below it is in as bad condition, I don't think I'd trust it, but at least it looks like there's solid rubble there, as oxymoronic as that might sound. Yeah, it looks like a solid pile that's not going to collapse under you. Those stairs going up, Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little did we know the experience we would have would leave chills running down the back of our necks the rest of the night.
Uh-huh.
Well, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone in the beaver dam there. Good.
Holy sh**.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone. Bone.
I don't see it. Oh.
Is that a bone, or is that just like a stick with the bark peeled off?
It could just be literally a peeled stick. And even if it is a bone, again, he said this is a beaver dam. It could have just taken a piece of like wild animal bone that was laying around and stuck it as part of the dam.
No, you don't understand, Pagan. The beavers crave for flesh.
Fucking demon-eyed fucking beavers start coming out of the water after them.
It's a well-known fact about beavers that, much like lions, once they taste man blood, they can't get enough. They turn into manhunters. They run into a paranormal encounter just after they happen to talk to someone saying there's spooky stuff happening there. Yeah. He's just showing him where he dumps the bodies and blaming a ghost dude.
What the Holy smokes.
I want to see a skeleton burst out of the water, rusty sword in hand, and start fucking Chad stomping his way towards them as they scream like little girls and piss themselves and run away.
I want it to be like an obviously bad CGI skeleton as well. Like literally just a rip from like a clip of like an Oblivion skeleton chasing him.
I was going to go farther back than that. Like, go to fucking early 3D, late 90s, early 2000s. Not even a Morrowind skeleton, like more primitive than that. $2 from just a guy from Alabama. Thank you. Some haircuts will give you your virginity back. You have activated the demons. Come on, give me the skeleton. I demand it.
Yep, get the f out of there! Whoa! Yep, no more of that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Did you hear that to the guy who just screamed and ran away?
Yeah, what the fuck? Also, that just sounded like an animal to me. Like, even if we're, like if we don't assume that they just edited that in, it still just sounded like an animal.
Yeah. It's like those videos of, remember we watched that one? I can't remember if it was Nuke or Chills. I think it was Nuke, where there's a trucker recording the forest at night. He's sitting in his cab. And, you said they were like coyote sounds, or they weren't wolves, but maybe mountain lion or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two explorers hear very bizarre sounds, and then a strange voice is heard from the darkness. It sounds very close by.
Yeah, that literally just sounds like an animal. I just looked up beaver noises on YouTube. Guess what they sound like? Well, could it be a like what we're hearing in the video? I genuinely want to see his response because I know what it's going to be, but I want that confirmation. Just for Daniel K. Yee. I'm kind of curious now. Daniel K., can you link me the fucking beaver sound video on Discord? Because I want to hear this for myself now. Do it in our group chat so Pagan can hear it too. What if it's a werebeaver? What? A fucking werebeaver. Alright. So here's, from Nature Magazine, beaver sounds. Okay, yeah. That does sound incredibly similar. And I can imagine the echo, like, making it sound deeper. And shock horror, they're right next to a fucking beaver dam. Wow. I wonder what it could... No, clearly a ghost. It's a spooky ghost. What if it's a were-snail? What the fuck? Alright. You ready, Pagan? Pagan? Are you muted?
Sorry, I stepped away for a second.
What was the last
Yeah.
thing before you left?
I kept my headset on so I could hear you. I just couldn't respond.
All right.
Let me see what this sounds like real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being like because of the echo and everything, and it being at like a distance or something. Yeah, that is basically the same sound. For fuck's sake.
And then, even scarier, they heard one super close to them. Like, approximately where that where that beaver dam is. Proof of ghosts.
Yeah, unless that last sound literally is like clearly a human voice saying a clearly distinguishable word, it's a fucking beaver.
I'm waiting for the video where they edit in like spooky ghost sounds of a man screaming, and it's just that one video of the guy, like, I don't know what it is, but you know how he's kind of like peeking the mic and going, oh, oh. You know that one? I'm
Yep.
waiting for that one.
Now, the first whimpering sounds could be explained away as simply the odd calls of some strange animal. Hell,
I love how he shows... Okay, is he shitposting here? Does he know it's a beaver sound, or was that complete coincidence?
I don't know. I genuinely can't tell
Because
if that was a shit post.
If he knows that that's a beaver sound, he should just come out and say it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it seems like they had a spooky experience, but this was just a beaver sound that's likely sounding deeper because it's echoing in this big empty room with water in it. I mean, look, I get the whole fucking spooky video grift, but you would actually be a lot more respectable for just coming out and saying, yeah, it was probably just a beaver this time, but hey, they got spooked by it. It's your old self, Cree. So it was owls the whole time. And it's Cree! Yeah, okay. That part of me is dead!
I killed him! I'm glad you changed your name, you son of a bitch.
I still need to see that movie.
Oh my god. It's a fucking trip.
sound is different. It's much louder and almost sounds like someone or something calling for help.
Hello?
No, it did not. No, it did not. That literally was just like a honking noise, just like the others. It literally was just a.
Yeah, but it was
It
a lot
was literally
closer.
just the same animal sound. Fuck off. Oh my god, this is so shit. Fucking hell. How are you gonna say that that sounds like a person saying help? Like, it's clearly the same exact sound we
No,
just heard.
Because if you read the text on screen and listen to the fact that he said it, and you fucking twist your mind into a pretzel over it, can kind of sound like help.
Sure. Oh my god.
Kratos has killed the part of him that cringed. Mostly. It's almost dead. Not quite, though. I still cringe at some of the things I've said and done on stream. And a lot of the things I haven't said and done on stream.
It's motherfucking Pingu Newt Newt.
So the question is, if this was an animal, why would it come closer to the sound of people?
Because it didn't, it's probably fucking responding, you moron. Or, shock horror, it's probably one that's in the fucking beaver dam 2 feet away from them.
Yeah, it's probably making like distress noises and trying to get them to leave. You fucking idiot. It's not coming towards them, it's staying in that little fucking in its little tiny hut thing, and its little dam that it built. And it's fucking it's
fact,
making noises to it's saying stay back. It's literally just being like, get away from me.
because these are creatures that, people, but to them, creatures that are a potential threat. Let's warn them to go away.
Yeah.
That makes complete fucking sense. $2 from Schizoanna. Thank you. Hello, Crete. How are you doing? :3. I am doing well. I am quite jovial over covering this fucking video.
Also, let me look something up real quick, because I got a feeling.
Is it what Jen the Derp just said in chat? Beavers can be aggressive if cornered?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna look up. I was gonna say like are beavers aggressive or territorial?
I kind of assume they would be a bit territorial.
Aggressive or territorial?
I am waiting on the lore with bated breath. Beavers, hippity hoppity, get the fuck off my property. Yeah.
Oh my god. Beavers are known to be extremely aggressive in defending their territory against perceived encroachment.
So like a couple
it would
chuckle
actually
fucks
make
standing
sense.
3 feet away from their beaver dam.
Yeah, it would actually make sense that that a beaver would actually get closer. It would actually come after you if you were like making loud noises next to its den.
I'm not even going for the whole getting closer thing. I still think it's two different beavers. One that's farther away, and they heard the sounds these guys were making and started making its warning sound. And then the one that's closer, still in the den, started making its warning sound.
Yeah, that's probably way more likely. But also just his explanation that I'm getting at. It's like he's trying to legitimize it by saying like, oh, well, why would an animal get closer? And it's like, well, if it's a beaver, which would make sense, it actually would make sense that it would get closer. But it's also just as likely that it's your explanation of it's two beavers. One just happens to be closer.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, this is so shit. How did this not get filtered?
I wouldn't even mind him including if he at least did the research and gave, like, the fucking actual explanation. Again, I know it's a paranormal channel, but you could have it... You could go for the whole angle of, yeah, these guys were exploring the notoriously haunted old paper mill that got destroyed 100 years ago, and they had a spooky encounter. Play the clip. But, as it turns out, this was just the sound of some angry beavers. Beavers tend to be, very territorial, blah blah blah blah blah blah, and likely perceived them as a threat, which resulted in them making the noises they did. At least you'd have some fucking credibility, for fuck's sake. I've been watching your content for a while. This is my first time ever being in one of your live streams. I've watched your Many a True Nerd videos while 100%ing Fallout New Vegas. Oh, well, thank you. I'm very glad you enjoyed them. And I hope you enjoyed the stream. Cree, play mountain lion sounds to show something truly fucking terrifying. Guys. I'll do it after this video. Just remind me in chat, please. Guys. The sounds mountain lions fucking make sound like a goddamn banshee in the forest. Like, unironically, the screeching. It is fucking insane.
Yeah, mountain lions sound... They genuinely sound like a baby crying or something. It's like, Jesus, that's... Yeah. Also, sometimes, not always, but sometimes... I hear coyotes, and sometimes they do sound like a woman, like screaming bloody murder.
I wonder how many people have been lured to their deaths by trying to save a woman, only for it to be coyotes or a mountain lion.
I could see a mountain lion. If it was a coyote, it'd probably just run away. They're not usually like aggressive towards people.
Luring someone to their death doesn't necessarily mean the animal will kill them either. It could be someone getting lost in the forest or having a fall and getting injured and not being able to get out, or, you know, accidentally running off a cliff in the darkness or something, you know?
Yeah, I know for a fact that that people have like walked out into the fields just to make sure that it's not a woman who's hurt. I have thought about it, but what I'll typically do is I'll kind of just sit there for a little bit and listen. And, you know, if I hear like any kind of like yip or like any kind of yips or any kind of dog noise to go along with it, I'll usually be like, okay, that's a coyote. That's not a person.
Running off. Well, whatever it is, Kenneth and Justin are freaked out, and they decide to just get out of there. So considering the mill's tragic history, could it be that Kenneth accidentally captured the ghostly voice of one of the 78 people who passed away when the Austin Dam collapsed?
No. You moron. No.
No.
You decide.
Just no.
The Haunted Hill House. The Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the U.S. The home is owned by Catherine and Edward Estes, who allow guests to rent out the Hill House overnight so that they can have their own supernatural experience.
Oh, well, it definitely is real then. There's no way that they would ever fake that. It's not like they have a reason or a motivation to do so. Jesus fucking Christ, are you kidding me? So shit. I hate these, especially are the ones I hate, where it's like, oh yeah, this place that literally rents out places so you could specifically have a ghost experience. Their fucking livelihood really, like, literally fucking hangs on people having some sort of experience. Yeah, no, definitely no motivation to possibly fake an encounter of any kind.
What,
Like,
you mean,
for fuck's sake.
you mean like how there's no motivation to portray a video of two morons running into angry animals as like a ghost encounter?
Yeah, I guess Nuke is among his people here.
My brethren.
Visitors have reported hearing voices, being scratched and bitten, and some have even had things thrown at them. The owners say that most guests get so freaked out that they leave early and often don't even make it through the night. So one night a group of friends rent out the Hill House just to have a little spooky fun. Now none of the group are paranormal investigators. In fact, they're not even really believers in the supernatural.
Oh my god, this is extremely old. He has definitely covered this before.
He has?
Yes, for sure. I recognize this. Like, I know what's gonna happen. This is the one where oh god, I'm trying to remember exactly what happens. I think this like woman gets like pulled off the bed or something, and this guy like squares up to fight the ghost and gets thrown to the fucking ground like a pussy. If I remember correctly, it's something along those lines where basically like he gets pushed or something and she gets pulled off of bed. Why? He's literally just reusing clips he's already used before. This isn't new. In fact, this is really old. This is from like 5 or 6 years ago. And he's definitely covered it before. I remember it being in one of his older videos.
You say 5 or 6 years ago, and I was thinking like 2012 for a minute. 5 or 6 years ago was fucking 2019 or 2018.
Yep.
Jesus fuck. I hate time. I hate the constant, steady march of time. The fucking unending march until fucking decay and rot and the death of everything.
Yep. And the worst part is you stop growing at 28, and after that it's literally just decay. It's just aging at that point. You don't even like develop anything else after that.
$5 from just a guy from Alabama. Thank you. When in the woods, I'd be much more worried about feral hogs than any spoopy ghosties. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's why
they-
anytime I go camping, I bring a gun with me specifically because of boar. Out of everything, boar and bobcats.
Go figure, the paranormal content farm reuses old content. I was hoping he would be better than that. I don't even think Chills does that, aside from, like, here's the compilation of the year. Which, you know,
Yeah.
fair enough. Or even, you know, spookiest videos I've ever covered. You know, fair enough. At least it's in the title, if you're doing something like that. As opposed to... here's video that I covered 5 years ago, but I'm not going to say I covered it 5 years ago. I wonder if he just has an archive of all the videos he's ever covered. And he just, like, sometimes digs into that to fill out a list. Because, maybe I only have 8 videos to cover today instead of 10.
Yeah, possibly. This isn't the first time. We've called him out for this before on one of the previous
Literally
videos
the
we did
last
on him.
stream where you saw that one before. Like, it was like the
Yep.
first video.
Yep.
Is about to change. One member of the group, Victoria, lays down on a bed and jokingly starts to taunt one of the spirits that is said to haunt the house. Needless to say, it did not go well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she gets pulled off the bed. Yeah, it's the same fucking video.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Granny gets destroyed.
No, we established clearly in the last stream, Peg, and it's Granny that's doing the destroying. She's the unstoppable beast. Force yank, and then just yeet. You know, that's probably the best force power. Force yeet. Even the ghost yoinks me off the bed by the force can. I just imagine that dude who's, like, in Florida just grabbing animals off trees and stuff, and he's just like, yoink? This is a super deadly fucking whatever. They really don't like being touched as he's fucking manhandling them.
Yeah.
Yoink? That guy is awesome.
She was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're going to rewind that and we're going to show you in regular screen.
Wow, it's too bad you don't have a camera angle from the other side to show what pulled her.
Something seems to violently yank Victoria right off the bed as her friends watch in horror. The security camera in the room catches the action as Victoria quickly gets to her feet and the group just makes a run for it. One of the guys is so panicked that he drops his phone and doesn't even stop to pick it up. Now, cut to almost 1 hour later. It's around 3 in the morning and a guy named Drew wants to test out the supposedly paranormal activity for himself.
Was that actual footage there? Because there's a time there. There might have been a date on there to show when this was. Hold on, I am going to rewind that. 2020. So yeah, this... We could probably go back and find the approximate time when this video came out. So, September 28th, 2020. So this probably would have been up, like, within the next month or two from him. Right?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
I'm curious. I'll look that up after stream.
He enters the same room and immediately begins to aggressively taunt the ghost. He says that the spirit is a coward, and that if it really wants to attack someone, why doesn't it attack a man?
Same room.
Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
Before I can even finish my sentence, In the air.
All right, we're
Yep,
gonna
and there
pull
he goes,
that.
running like a little pussy, like I mentioned. Yep, it's the same exact fucking video.
Here's the thing that's standing out to me too. The key area of action that's happening is being body blocked by someone both times.
Yep.
He's the guy who's challenging the ghost to a fight. They're trying to get it on camera, I assume. And it's being body blocked. So you can't see him taking, like, a stunt punch from thin air. Just, you know, if you've got someone who's good enough at stunt acting, they could probably make it look real. Or at least real-ish.
Did you see he got pushed?
No, I didn't, because you were fucking standing there, you brain-dead woman.
Also, I like how it's so fucking pathetic that he, like, pushes a woman out of the way instead of, like, grabbing her and taking her out of the room. He's like, get out of my way, bitch! And knocks her to the fucking ground as he runs away like a pussy. Like, Jesus Christ, you little bitch.
I'd like to see the parody version of this, where, you know, it's the same situation, but she's standing right next to a window, and as he bowls her over trying to get out, he just knocks her out of the window to her fucking death. It's just like a fucking scary movie skit. Also, I wasn't paying attention to Twitch chat. Kelbeck is over there. Aloha, Cree. Are we nuking ghosts today? Looks like we've got a real badass here. Yeah! I know we keep saying it. We need to watch the at least first 3 or 4 scary movies. Especially, like, Scary Movie 3. Holy shit.
It's his wish. He is violently shoved by something, and then he almost knocks down his 2 friends as he runs from the room. But it gets even weirder, because as Drew and his friends run out, something seems to yank the door closed behind them. And if you watch closely, you can actually see the doorknob move as if it's being pulled. Now, since these creepy incidents,
I wonder. I fucking wonder what why that might have happened in a Who's dedicated to fucking, oh my god, we're haunted. This is how we make our living, by the way.
Yeah. Jesus, this is just... It's a complete joke. Like, everything about this. The fact that he's reusing a clip from fucking 2020 that he's used before. And also just the fact that it's like... It's in a place where its continued existence as a business hinges on the fact that people experience ghosts whenever they stay there. And then also just how pathetic the fucking guy running away is, that he knocks over a woman to get away after he's the one who, like, threatens it and squares up with it. Like, come on, bro, come on. And then the moment it touches him, he's like, ah, get out of my way, bitch! He fucking throws her to the ground as he runs away.
Watch me Crash Bandicoot tornado spin my ass towards the ghost. $2 from Just a Guy from Alabama. Thank you. My favorite SM3 thing was the pump action shovel. Yes.
Yeah.
I know we talked about using that in a video somewhere. I don't remember where it was. I remember where it was. It's for the eventual fucking Bebop Flicks video where the guy fucking cocks the axe. Where he's holding the axe. In the fight, then he twists his hand like that, makes it more fucking deadly.
God, I forgot about that. God, that show was so shit.
Wait until you watch Disaster Movie. No, I'm not doing any of the other XYZ movies. They fell off after Scary Movie 3 or 4.
I love that one joke of the fucking... I think it's supposed to be like the president or whatever, sitting at like a table full of people, and then he's telling them to like be calm or whatever, and then he like throws the water and he's like, later, bitch, and like runs away.
I don't remember that one.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and find that clip because it is really funny. I'm pretty sure it's from the Scary Movies. I could be wrong. It could be from something else, but I've seen it so many times, and I feel like it's from Scary Movie during the like one of the alien invasion scenes or something.
$1 super chat from Cynical Overreacting Guy. Thank you. Leslie Nielsen played the president in that one too. That does ring a bell. That is ringing a bell. God, it's been so long since I've watched those movies. I remember watching Scary Movie 2 and 3 a lot as a kid. I really loved those movies. The fucking dude in the wheelchair in the second one. And I think he's racing. I don't remember. No, they're not racing. It's almost like a Joust type thing with the ghost in a wheelchair, and the ghost is just like, "Make your best move, ass mate." And that absolutely destroyed me as a kid. That was the funniest shit ever. The time they made fun of The Ring by having the Japanese just be like, "Salmon, sushi, Honda, Toyota." That was actually The Grudge. We watched that clip when me and Pagan watched The Grudge like a month or two ago.
Yeah, that was great. God damn it. I can't remember anything enough about the scene to like actually narrow it down in a search, so I can't find it. Fuck.
It happens. We'll watch the movie and find it. You said it was one of the scary movies?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure it is. It's a scene with I don't know who it is. It's a black guy, and I don't know if he's in some sort of official position because he's got like bodyguards or something, and they're like sitting at this table. And he's literally talking about like be calm and shit like that, and then like something happens and he like grabs a jug of water, like a pitcher of water that's sitting in the thing, and he throws it across the table and he's like, "Later, bitch!" He like fucking runs for it. It's so good. I see it used in like videos a lot as like a reaction image or as like a reaction fucking gif. But I just can't remember enough about it to like find the actual clip itself. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please send it to me, because I cannot remember.
Maybe we should do that after stream. Maybe we should fucking wrangle Setch into a call and watch Scary Movie 2 and 3.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe, we'll see.
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Or we can do TF2.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Alright, yeah.
House has gotten national recognition online and through various news outlets. Sean Gigi, a news reporter for local TV station WFAA, goes to the Hill House to interview the owners, Catherine and Edward. But what he doesn't know is that he too is about to have a paranormal experience, all caught by his own news camera.
He's about to get fucking ass raped by the ghost. TF2? Activated. Of course you would get fucking activated at the mention of that, Ambrose. I shouldn't have mentioned TF2. I already saw a reference to that piece of art in fan art. Ah!
Did you hear that?
In the middle of the interview, we heard something scratching. My microphone didn't pick it up very well, but I'm being completely honest when I tell you I heard it clearly.
Uh-huh.
So, these two people here are the people who own the place, right?
I think so.
Because it seems like he's interviewing them. So first of all, why are they spooked by this when they know it's a haunted house? Shouldn't this be like old hat for them now?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, we're used to it. We've been running this place so long. You know, you just hear stuff like that rather than, oh my god, I heard something. Like, I think you lose the shock of it over time, you know? The other thing is, very fucking convenient that when, you know, There's a person from the news reporting on this here, that there's a spooky encounter. Very fucking convenient.
And the creepy incidents at the Haunted Hill House just don't seem to stop.
Wow, I fucking wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some reason, some fucking unknowable fucking esoteric reasoning for why the paranormal hauntings would happen at a place that's advertised to be fucking paranormal. I wonder if there's someone who might be invested in spooky occurrences continually happening. My God. Can we ever crack this mystery?
Yeah, this is pathetic. I will say their reaction was actually fairly in line with, like, you know, people who have lived in a haunted house like a long time. But again, that doesn't mean anything. And two, it's like, well, you know, if you know that it's fake, you'd probably also have the same reaction where you're like, oh, yep, there it is, right on cue. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And cut. Perfect. You know, it's literally that sort of thing where it's like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just clarifying, because we did say, like, oh, why would they freak out if it's something, you know, it's like, okay, well, they didn't freak out.
Well, they weren't freaking out, but they were still, like, had sort of surprised expressions, were looking around like, oh my God, there's something happening here. It's like, yeah, you know something's happening here. It's your claim that it's a haunted house. This should be old hat.
Yeah, but they're doing an interview, so obviously they'd want to be like, oh, yeah, there's something.
Yeah.
But still, I'm just saying, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, like, disprove anything. It's just...
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Victoria, who get yanked off the bed by some unseen force? Well, a year after her first terrifying visit, Victoria returned to Hill House again. And this time, something scratched her back so badly that her shirt was soaked in blood. So is the Hill House in Mineral Springs, Texas, one of the most haunted places on Earth? And would you stay overnight and taunt the spirits inside?
You know, it's crazy how the one from, like, 4 years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, is the most interesting one here that actually, like, has a bit of effort put into it. Crazy how that works. Crazy how the one from 2020 is the one that actually seems like it has some effort put in it, and all the new ones are just actual fucking dog shit where he's clearly scraping the bottom of the barrel for anything. Strange that.
Wait, was she butt naked? No, she was probably wearing very form-fitting pants. Probably a couple sizes too small. And because of the night vision, it looked flesh-colored.
Down in the comments. It follows. Memo and Patty, a couple who explore haunted places in Mexico, visit a cursed forest where a woman mysteriously vanished without a trace.
Cartel. It's not mysterious at all. I'm sorry.
Soon after this investigation, the couple begins to experience strange, unexplained events in their home that absolutely terrify the entire family.
No mames. No seas mamador. No seas mamón, güey. No, no, no, no, no. No, no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no. No, no, no, no, no, no. Allá adentro no hay nadie, ¿eh? Se los juro que allá adentro no hay nadie, güey. El cuarto está completamente solo.
Ah, yes, because I trust your word at face value on that. Okay. Yes, that proves the room was empty. There's definitely no one behind the door or elsewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely nowhere in that room for people to possibly hide.
Especially given how long you take to go over and open the door. No time whatsoever. None.
Yep.
Zero. He instantly opened that door.
This is why Middle Eastern ghost hunters are the best, because they actually fucking...
Well,
like,
they were pretty good. They're starting to get Americanized in the sense that...
Yeah, they're starting to suck now, but back in the day, back when they were first, like, you know, coming out, like, it was fucking something else. Like, the way they would kick in a door, rush in, and, you know, look around quickly,
and yell
like,
for
at
their
every
god
corner.
the entire time, praising their god.
Yeah. Yeah, praising their god the entire time while, like, scanning the entire room, like, extremely quickly so that, like, there's no way anybody could have gotten out in time.
Yeah.
And shit, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Not just scanning the room quickly, but doing a full proper scan where it's like, there's no way anyone could have gotten out.
Yeah. Like a quick 360 around the room, checking behind the door, checking the hallway to make sure that nobody's, like, disappearing into the hallway.
Which thing was it? There's the hat. Ambrose wanted me to put the hat on. I've got to keep it on. It's been a while since I've had it on. It's a good
I'll be
hat.
right back. Keep going. Feel free to keep going. I'll keep my headset on, but I gotta go again. I'll be right back.
All right.
¿Ahora qué va a ver? No sé, ¿lo grabas?
Aquí estamos nosotros. Sí, sí lo grabé. Checa, se va a ver. Se va a ver. Sí, sí lo grabé.
Mamo and Patty begin to worry that the spirit of the woman who disappeared in the woods might have followed them home.
It's just such lame proof of, oh yeah, the door moved slightly, kinda, I guess. Definitely not easy to fake. Oh, imagine if you had a purple or white band around the middle of the hat. No. I like the hat as it is. I understand what you mean, like, at the base of, like, the triangular part. Like, where the triangular part meets the more kind of flat part, but nah, I like this. Hey, you got a hat now? I've always had the hat. The hat came with the model. I just don't put it on often. Because as you can see, it takes up more screen space, and sometimes it's just, yeah, don't need it. But, yeah, I've got it on now.
Able to move on to the other side. The paranormal activity in the house becomes so intense that it even starts to wake them up at night.
¿Quién eres y qué quieres? Espérate. Ten cuidado, te vas a caer. Ay, cabrón.
Hay que bajar.
God. Again, this... At least, I guess, one of them is saying we have to go down to, like, see what it is, but man, this... It just feels so lame. The hat never gets usage, very rarely. The hat with space for horns, aka the horny hat. Yes, that is part of the design when we originally made when we designed the avatar, was that the hat is specially made with holes in it for the horns to fit through. And there's little string bits to tie up the holes so they look solid.
Te ordeno que te largues de nuestra casa.
¡Oh, la madre!
Oh my god. This poor ghost girl who followed you home is crying and you're just like, get out of my house. Why don't you help her? What did she ever do to you aside from terrorize your entire family?
The couple is horrified when they hear the voice of a sobbing woman coming from somewhere in their home. Memo checks everywhere, but there's no one there. Now, I should mention that Memo and Patty stream many of their paranormal encounters live on YouTube as they happen. They say that they want to prove that their experiences are real and absolutely terrifying. So, cut to another night, and the
Depending on how the live streams are, that might add some more legitimacy to the whole, ooh, spooky ghost thing. But at this point, I'm still not buying it. The ghost is a home invader, 2A harass? Yeah. It's a La Lorena. I love that myth. That one sounds familiar. I've probably heard it in a previous Nuke video or in a Chills video. But I don't remember the full myth off the top of my head. The myth about that lady who drowns kids. Super based. No! To be fair, real haunting would be mostly lame. Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know how the ghosts work. What if the ghost telefrags you and you explode into meat chunks across the room? That would be a pretty bombastic haunting, wouldn't it?
Again by sounds coming from outside their bedroom. Memo immediately starts live streaming from his phone. What happens next is downright chilling.
Espérame aquí.
Okay.
Yo te ordeno en nombre de nuestro Señor Jesucristo que te alejes, que te vayas. No tienes cabida en este hogar.
I think the most shocking thing about this video is that this dude has a Joker statue and not a Goku statue. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind for that one.
Yo te ordeno en nombre de nuestro Señor Jesucristo.
Pause! Right there. Right there. Oh, you can't see the mouse cursor. It's right there on the right. That looks like a Joker statue with, you know, the purple suit, white face, green hair. Where's your Goku, man? Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, by the way. He lives in a society. That's a good movie pitch, to be honest. Ghost hunters accidentally find cartels. That actually probably would be a good movie. You could probably handle that in a few different ways, too. Like, you could do an action movie type thing. You could do like a slasher where they're trying to get away and then they get murdered one by one. Or even a proper horror where, you know, again, they're trying to hide and it's just a real tense cat and mouse situation.
Que te alejes, que te vayas. No tienes cabida en este hogar. No tienes cabida en nuestras vidas. En nombre de Jesucristo, yo te expulso y te despojo de este lugar.
I'm waiting for something to...
Te despojo.
Oh, was that it there? Was that a spooky ghost in the window? I heard a sting and I saw a thing briefly. Ah, there it is! Hello! I don't know, is that supposed to be our proof of a ghost?
Te despojo. Lárgate. Ser inmundo.
Live viewers watch in horror as a woman's face can be seen looking in through a window.
What if that's just like... What if that's a homeless that just wandered up to them? Like, it's just a random house they're considering, you know, going into. What if it's a friend Who's there because, oh, we need to make our spooky video. You know?
Is on the house's second floor. Memo is
What if that's a homeless throw a Pokeball? Not even really a face, to be fair. Well, it's obscured by window. Windows aren't well known for being things you can look through, after all.
I'm back.
Welcome
I
back.
kind of want to see this. I want to see this face. Go back a little bit. I want to see what it looks like.
Te expulso y te despojo de este lugar. Te despojo.
Are you not impressed, Pagan?
I'm so spooked.
I'm super spooked too. Oh my god, my
God,
poor heart might give out from all the spooks I've endured.
One of the things I was thinking when you mentioned the movie thing about like, oh yeah, like a ghost hunters that find a cartel instead, and then but watch the twist at the end is that the cartel was actually ghosts all along.
You know what? Yes, I want that. I absolutely want that. Holy shit. Holy shit. That That is a good idea, Pagan. I want this to exist.
Lárgate. Ser inmundo.
Unholy thing.
live viewers watching horror as a woman's face can be seen looking in through a window. But that window is on the house's second floor.
Oh
Memo is unaware of what has just happened.
Thank God we don't live in one of those horrifying worlds where ladders exist.
I was just about to say, the way that they're like leaned up against the wall. What if they're just on a ladder?
But Pagan, we don't live in such a terrifying world. We live in a world that doesn't have such horrible creations as ladders.
No, we have rocket boots. It makes it even easier.
No, we just rocket jump like our forefathers did. That's one of my absolute favorite pieces of fucking Team Fortress 2 lore, is that before stairs were invented, Abraham Lincoln used to rocket jump to the second floor of his house like any normal person did. I want to find that exact like thing from Team Fortress 2 so you could see it in full context. I think it's stylized as like a newspaper clipping or like an ad or something for the gunboats or gunboats or whatever.
I've seen it before, but it was a very long time ago.
He reads through his live stream chat.
La ventana. ¿En
Oh
esa?
my god.
En la ventana de las escaleras. Esa. ¿Qué vieron ahí? Sí, ¿qué vieron? ¿Qué vieron?
¿Qué había?
¿Qué había? ¿Pero qué?
Ay, no.
No, no mamen, No, no manches, no.
White woman. You see that last comment before it went away?
Sí, no puede, es imposible que haya alguien ahí parado y les voy a demostrar por qué. Ay, Dios, me da cosa bajar, hija. Miren.
¿No hay manera de que nosotros podamos subir a la azotea?
No, miren, ahí está la ventana, ¿sale? Jálale aquí, hija. Ay,
Damn.
chéquense. ¿A dónde está la ventana? ¿Ya vieron? O sea, son aproximadamente como 4 o 5 metros.
Okay, I will admit it is kind of impressive because I
Yeah,
thought they
with
were
the
leaning
pose.
against a wall outside of the window that was like
Yeah.
way closer, but seeing that the wall is that far away, what the fuck were they leaning on?
Yeah, it did look like they were leaning. I assume that the wall, like the corner of the... Hold on, let me turn the mouse cursor back on so chat can see. I assumed that... I said turn cursor on. Why is it not? Okay, there we go. I assume that the wall, like where the corner was like right here, like there's a little bit of gap between the edge of the window and where the wall comes out. And that's what the person was leaning up against, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's still something that could be faked. You can still... It's probably dangerous, but you probably could have made it look like you were leaning there on a ladder. But yeah, definitely, you know, I like that. This is probably the best video so far for that alone.
Yep.
So yeah. Good. Well, decent, I guess.
Memo shows that it would have been impossible for anyone to look through the window on their second floor, as it's just way too high for...
Hold on, I want to get a proper frame of the person. Also, I've seen it mentioned in chat a couple times. Where'd that go? You'll have gravy pants? The fuck? His video titles have been getting a lot worse recently.
Yeah.
La ventana.
Memo shows that it would have been impossible for anyone to look through the window on their second floor.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be impossible. It would just be
difficult.
It's way too high.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that is someone leaning anymore now that I'm taking a closer look. I wish I could get a bit better of a look without Nuke's fucking logo right there. But it does look like the shoulder is pressed up against a windowsill on the outside. And more like they're looking in as opposed to leaning. You know?
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
But still, I do like this video best so far
just
of this
who
whole selection.
or what is this? Memo and his wife don't know what they might have brought home from the haunted exploration of the woods. Is it a lost spirit looking for help, or something more sinister? A night at the museum. Unfortunately, the source of this next creepy video is unknown.
Which means it's extra true.
The video shows security guards at a museum somewhere in Kazakhstan watching the CCTV camera at 7:30 at night. The guards spot something absolutely unnerving.
Okay, so it's just cameratisms. Like, this is a known thing with cameras when you reuse videotapes. That, you can get ghostly effects like that of people from previous, like, recordings.
Yep. Yeah, these have especially soured on me ever since I, like, had the issue with my cameras where if something walks into frame on one of the cameras, there will be, like, a silhouette of that thing on the other cameras as well now. And it's like, yeah, it looks like one of these fucking ghost videos. Like, exactly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the ones we've seen is because of the same issue that I'm having. So, knowing that that's a thing that can happen, it's like, yeah, no, that it just brings all of these into question.
İyi. Gördünüz bak prizleri güzel. Haram cavuk durar. Haram cavuk duruyor ya. Yine çok etme var. Сіз шынап ход жасап жауап бердіңіз. Қайта сізге көрініп жаңа көрінгенде сіздің есіңіз шығады деді. Бұны көрдіңіз ба? Елес жүр ғой, елес, призрак. Бәсе өткенде мен түнгі сағат 1-лерде көргем.
Oh man, 1 a.m. It's not 3 a.m. So we can't do the witching hour. Yeah, VHS ghosting is creepy, but very common and very easy to disprove. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else I can even say about this one. It kind of seems one and done already. Like, maybe something amazing will happen for us to talk about, but like, it's a VHS ghost. It's not anything special.
That appears to be wearing a white gown is curiously walking among the museum exhibits. The guards have no explanation for what they are seeing. They believe the mysterious figure is a ghost. But without a reliable source for information, we'll never know exactly what happened here. So is this a genuine paranormal encounter? As always, I leave that up to you to decide.
Hasn't Nuke himself pointed out the VHS ghosting thing before?
I wouldn't be surprised.
The Window Watcher. Popular urban explorer Colin from the YouTube channel The Bearded Explorer is traveling through France when he finds the perfect abandoned house to explore. The two-story house has been abandoned for years, and it seems that the former owner has left almost everything behind. Colin films his exploration as he carefully walks through the house to discover its secrets. He takes photos and videos for his social media and eventually leaves, satisfied that he has documented everything of note inside the house.
But then his viewers pointed out something to him.
Yep.
Hey Cree, good video on Actman today. Thank you. Kind of real talk on this one. I've seen videos of abandoned houses like this before where everything is like set up and was clean before the decay and stuff, and stuff like that is just really sad, where you don't know what happened, but there's enough context clues to speculate. Like, I've mentioned the YouTube channel The Proper People before. Big recommend. They do explorations of pretty much everything. Hospitals, mental asylums, prisons. They did a mine once. One of the ones they did was this house that, again, from context clues of, the general decoration and stuff that, is probably an old lady's house. Pictures of grandchildren. There's, like, old newspapers, stuff like that. And it's just kind of sad because you can speculate that maybe, she went out one day and just didn't come home. And everything that her life was just left in this house. Shit's sad. Abandoned homes and buildings are usually sad. I've seen a lot of those where they find toys, family items, photos. It's always sad to see that stuff left behind. Yeah.
Until he looks back at the footage later that he discovers that he had missed something while filming the outro for his video. Something very spooky.
Well, I'm glad he noticed it and
Well,
not his
guys, well, that
audience.
is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Please go and check out the Instagram, which is the _. Also, go and check out the Facebook page. I'll always put all the pictures on Facebook. 10 of us on Instagram, and I'll see you on next week's video.
Someone can be seen peeking out the window from behind a curtain.
You know what? That's a simple one, but considering all the other crap in this video, I actually kind of like that. It's kind of like a classic. It's like, you know what? Fine. Fine. I like that, sure. It's almost kind of refreshing to get something that simple but not outright awful. And of course, I have to mention, he gave us the red arrow, thank fuck. Oh my god.
I would have never seen it if it wasn't for that. Thank you,
I've
Nuke.
carefully watched Colin's entire uncut video, and there is absolutely no sign of anyone inside that house. From the moment Colin enters, no sound of movement can be heard. The only noise is from Colin himself as he wanders around the house. Even creepier, this is not the only strange thing that he captures on video during this visit. After he posts the video to YouTube, one of Colin's sharp-eyed viewers spots something truly bizarre.
No, we do get both.
So we'll start with this one first because this one looks like it's got a lot of stuff inside, and it has. I've got some more photographs here, look. The ceiling is completely covered in mould. Bit of condensation up in the corner again. Look at this, the cupboard completely filled with clothes still.
Is there just gonna be a fucking face in there that he somehow doesn't see?
I think it was in the mirror when he opened the door.
Right, because that's when the music sting started.
Absolutely amazing. Look at that, it looks as if something's been climbing in. Oh god. I mean, in the bag just hit my leg. I thought someone tapped my leg. It looks as if something's been climbing in here and sleeping in here, maybe.
Did you see it? In the reflection of a cupboard mirror in a bedroom, a pair of feet can be seen standing underneath the window curtain, almost as if someone is hiding behind the curtain.
Maybe it's a homeless. It's Pippa's house. Jesus.
Maybe it's just a couple of, like, chocolate bars shaped like feet.
Yeah.
And pans the camera back towards the curtains. The mysterious feet are gone. Also, if we look back at the footage from a couple of minutes before...
You fucked it. You fucked it. You had something. I was happy. I liked it, and you fucked it up. You ruined it.
No feet there when Colin entered the bedroom. So, did the urban explorer accidentally capture not one, but two paranormal events on camera? Let me know. You can watch this entire exploration and many more over on the YouTube channel, The Bearded Explorer.
The #1 video is going to be so short. We're almost at the fucking end.
Yeah, it's probably going to be something dumb. His #1s have been really bad lately. Like, they're usually the worst one of the video.
Yeah.
Night Watch. A security guard working at a factory in Mexico is confused when he meets a new employee that no one, not even his boss, has told him about.
I'm pretty sure he's reused this one too. This is the one of the dude who's on camera talking to someone, but like... Or sorry, he's talking to someone. He's showing the new guy around the place, on the floor. But on the camera, he's talking to no one. There's no one there, he's alone.
Oh my god, I think you're right. I think it is that one.
Day, he complains to a coworker about the odd conversation he had, only to be told that there is no new employee. When they check the building's security footage, they are shocked.
This is different footage. Why are you...
It's clear in the footage that the guard has a full-on conversation with no one. He pulls out the chair next to him and waves for whoever he's talking to come sit down. And that's not all.
That does feel a bit weird to me, where I just look over at chat, base schizo moment. Why would he need to? I guess it makes sense to wave someone over like that when you're saying, hey, come sit down. But something about it feels like there's too many extra steps in it, you know?
Yeah, there is something that is off about the way he's doing it.
Yeah. Because I feel if you'd be doing it, if you're doing this more naturally, there'd... I don't know how to describe it besides the fact that it feels like there's extra steps here.
I also feel like he does it too quickly, like from the point of him waving to when they are presumably sat down and he's talking to them in the chair.
Yeah.
I feel like there wouldn't be enough time in between for someone to realistically move from where he's waving them on to them sitting down and him being able to talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, there's no moment where, like, the guy walks around behind him to get into the chair. He's just, like, in the chair instantly.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Right as the guard pulls out the chair, a dark figure with arms and legs seems to move past him and then disappear into thin air.
But that doesn't make sense because it wouldn't be coming from down here when he just fist bumped him over here.
Yeah.
That the security guard was talking to the ghost of an old employee who might have passed away at the factory. Maybe even someone who had a fatal accident on their first day of work. But is this a real ghost caught on camera or not? That is up to you to decide. Thanks so much for watching. Maybe watch one of these videos and...
Okay, that wasn't completely terrible for a number 1. It could have been worse. And it wasn't the reused one either. It wasn't the one I was thinking it was. It was just similar in explanation.
Yeah.
I think that camera element is just VHS ghosting again. Very convenient ghosting in the video where it's like, yeah, I sat down with this ghost employee.
Yeah, because that wasn't just like random video footage, you know, like the other one was, where it could have happened at any time. It was very contextual, where it's like, oh yeah, he gets up and walks over to sit down.
Yeah. I still don't like where the ghost figure is coming from, though, because again, that doesn't make sense where they just did the fist bump immediately before that.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling, Pagan? Do you want to do another video, or should we show them the goblins reported in the area clip and maybe call it here?
I think we should do goblins reported in the area clip. I need a nap, at least.
Alright. Give me a minute, chat, to find this masterpiece, this masterwork of a chills clip. We're obviously not going to watch the whole entire Chills video. Let's see.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the cougar thing.
Right. Right. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I did absolutely forget about that. All right. Chat, you're not prepared. For those of you who haven't seen this... No, stop. You are not prepared, chat. This... It's magical, honestly. It is magical. This is something truly unique and special. And I want to make sure all of you appreciate this thing. It's after this. Oh, spooky. Thank you, Chills.
Did you see it?
A ghostly figure stands in the darkness. Look again. What is that?
It's a person.
My guess would be the ghost of a carny or of a carnival goer who lost their life. Whatever it is, it looks to me like it doesn't belong here.
There's something hilarious about, like, just a dude standing here. Maybe it's a ghost. Whatever it is, it doesn't belong here. It's just some dude. Just some dude standing there like, what the fuck, man?
27. The roar. What would you do if you heard this roar while deep in the forest? YouTuber Darling Darkness shares terrifying footage of something unseen. This bellow is powerful, but what is causing it? The YouTuber believes it's goblins, as they've been reported in the area. Fucking what?
What the fuck do you mean, Chills? What does it mean?
Oh my god. It sounds like something I would expect like a Wendigo to make or something, and he's like, could it be goblins? They've been reported in the area. Like, fucking what?
From the voices will not stop in chat. That was me taking a shit. Please stop recording.
Also, from the previous clip, I just love the idea of him just like going on a random tirade against carnies. Like, where he's like, could this be a...
Go ahead.
He's just like, could this be a filthy carny? And then he goes on like a massive tirade about how much he hates carnies. It's just completely out of left field. And everyone's like, oh my god. Like, he really like hates them.
Carnies are completely subhuman. Which explains why they're cryptids.
I don't know why we ever even gave them rights. We should have just genocided every single one of them.
All carnies are bastards. Chills, you're a fucking national treasure. Never stop. Please. Fucking goblins have been reported in the area. What does it mean? All right.
Yeah, he says it so fucking like matter of fact, like too, like how it, like it's just a normal thing. Like, fucking what?
All right, let's find these cougar sounds at night because oh my god, there's a fucking 13-minute video from Chilling Scares. 6 most disturbing forest encounters caught on camera. We're not doing that right now, though. This is a video I've apparently watched before, so I'm assuming this is going to be the right one. Hold on. I'm going to put it into watch together so you can hear it too, Pagan.
Yeah.
Let me just
get ready, chat. We get to hear an old woman scream.
We get to hear the fucking shrieking of a banshee. Prepare thyselves. Oh, it ended immediately. Lovely. Have to refresh.
Oh, I think I do too then. Yeah, I do.
It did it again.
Oh, it's playing for me.
Yeah, it's playing for me now too. And then keep in mind too, that's way off in the distance. When it's a lot closer, it sounds way more fucking terrifying. Let me see if I can find a better video.
Yeah, there is better ones. I've heard ones where they literally sound like a whimpering, crying baby, and then one where they just sound like a woman, like a straight up woman, just like talking and screaming.
Okay, this one's from a channel called Parliament of Owls, which, goddamn, what a name. But it's two mountain lions screaming out at each other for mating. Not while mating, before chat gets fucking degenerate. No, that's not quite the sound either.
No. That just sounds like an animal.
Yeah. Fuck, where's a good video of them making the sound?
Type in something like mountain lion sounds like screaming woman or something. Usually those are better.
Yeah, that's one of the autocomplete results. One of these is from a news report from 4 years ago. British Columbia woman fends off wild cougar by blasting Metallica song. Fucking based. Oh. You know what? Yeah, here's one we've seen before. I think I don't remember if this was a Chills video, but it's of a cop at night walking towards the trees when the scream rings out, and he jumps and is just like, nope.
Oh, yeah, this. I love that. The fact that he just walks away. Like, nope, fuck that.
He absolutely made the right fucking choice, by the way.
That's a skinwalker. I'm leaving.
Well, you can understand why fucking skinwalker legends could be, like, come to exist in a land where these creatures fucking exist and make sounds at night.
Yeah, in a country where you have things like cougars and fisher cats, which literally sound like people, and sometimes foxes. It's like, yeah, I could see where, like, stories of skinwalkers imitating people's voices could come from.
Aztec death whistle, man. If I was camping somewhere and I knew there were ghost hunters about and I had one of those things, I would abso-fucking-lutely blast it as hard as I could.
I would get like 100 people and just surround the area and just have them all do it at once.
That
just
would
to
be
fuck with them.
That would be too many people because you wouldn't be able to get away with it. You would have to be like half a dozen at most, and make sure like they're good enough to stay hidden and not get caught by the ghost hunters.
Well, if they're far away, if they're like...
Still, but 100 people is still a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, but it would make it so much better, though, if you just, like, 100 of those just all around you, and then, if they all just, like, as soon as they're done, run away, and they just never find them. They're just like, what the fuck was that? Like, that would be the most terrifying thing ever, just hearing the entire woods around you just light up with screams of agony, just all around you, and then there's no one there. It's like, Jesus.
That is true, but it would still be hard to coordinate that many people, especially when they're going to way outnumber the ghost hunting team, where it's like, I don't know how you set up such a thing without the ghost hunters finding out.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like it could be done.
Membership message from Mystic Space for 1 month. Thank you. Sorry I'm late. There's no such thing as late. How's my favorite owl? I mean goat. Also, just watched the Ackman video. Feels bad to see Ackman be so disingenuous. I'm doing well, thank you. And, like, I'm not a fan of Ackman. I've never really watched his stuff. I was definitely on his side during the Quantum TV stuff going on, because obviously I was dealing with the Acerthorn shit at the same time. I mean, still technically dealing with that, but you know what I mean. But yeah, seeing how disingenuous he was with Az, and how, like, there's so many facets to that video that I find extremely irritating. The misrepresentations, the somehow not realizing what he did was fucked up and underhanded and two-faced. The pushing all the blame onto Az, like, oh, he didn't reach out to me. He's the one ducking me. He doesn't want to talk. He's perfectly in the right to not want to talk. Fuck yourself. But anyways, it does seem like we're going to wrap it up there. Pagan wants to go for a nap, and I kind of want to relax for a bit, playing Shrouded. It's still... Actually, it's not that early. It's 6:08 p.m. I might be back later with something. I don't know. It depends on how I feel, too.
Give me 1 second. I want to see if I can find a good video. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, okay, I found one.
Oh.
Okay, so this is why people think that fucking mountain lions sound like screaming women sometimes.
Hold on. I was looking at that video. It's in my search results. I was like, fuck, that's another one from Parliament of Owls. Maybe that one's better. But anyways, yeah, let's keep going with this since you said it was good.
Yeah.
Does anyone in chat want to...
I was just saying, but yeah, you get the point.
Does anyone in chat want to give the wild kitty cat a little pet? Pet the kitty cat. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's friendly.
Let me see if I can find a good Fisher cat.
But like, yeah, that... Especially when you get a high-quality version of that scream, like, or when it's echoing through a forest, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
that
is fucking terrifying.
What the fuck?
Ooh, yeah, this one's pretty good. You could tell it's an animal, but like you could see how in the right environment this would sound pretty fucked up too.
The sound that you're hearing, this screaming, this is the sound of the Fisher cats in the woods behind my house.
Imagine having to deal with that every fucking day.
Yeah, they are really annoying. Have you ever seen a Fisher cat?
No, I haven't. I don't think... You know what? It's one of those animals I might have seen a picture of online, but I just don't remember it.
They're like... They're kind of like a weasel, but not quite. Like, they're a bit stockier. They almost look like a mix between a bear and a weasel.
A mix between a bear and a weasel, and yet it's called a cat.
Yeah, here. It looks like this.
Oh, hold on. That's what's making the sound?
Yeah,
you know what?
That's what it is.
A cross between a bear and a weasel does... Like, that is an accurate description. Its face looks like a bear. It's... The way its fur works looks like the way a bear's would, but just on, like, a weasel body.
Yeah.
From Calbeck on the Twitch chat. Setting up for my own game stream and trying to catch up on videos while waiting for stuff to finish downloading/updating. Your Actman video is spot on. I didn't know much about this, but you lay it out really well. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. And I hope your game stream goes well, Calbeck. Anyways, we calling it there, Pagan, or did you want to play a little bit more of this video? I think they get the point.
No, we're definitely good.
Okay. So, I might be back a little later. I don't know yet. Again, it depends on how I feel. But for now, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I hope you all had fun. And I am absolutely looking forward to covering Nuke again. Holy shit. And Chills. It's funny how Chills has the lower quality videos, but I have more respect for him.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, that completely flipped, like, both aspects of that. Nuke had the better videos. And we had, respect for him. Then his quality went way fucking down. It's like, oh, wait. Nuke is no longer our friend. Now Chills is our new best friend. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. See you later.